on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back when they was doubting on the kid. Now they tuned in cause my game too legit.
There's a lot of you don't know about the fantasy headliners. Nation. Headliner Nation. Fantasy headliners for the nation. I'm a headliner. I'm a headliner.
Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. Y'all stuck on third down. Your content's plain Jane. Headliners on top now. We gonna move and change. Podcast off the rip. Draft guide, so legit. Fantasy world, our game tight. You know we about that Chubb life. Stuck in a rut and you need some motivation. Head to the channel for this Headliner Nation.
I'm a headliner.
Headliner Nation. It's Saturday night. Woohoo, which means it's time for the live show.
It's week 6. It's fantasy football. It's us and the community here once again. And it's going to be, you know what tonight's going to be, Kyle? It's going to be a
banger.
Banger tonight, Kyle.
Whew.
Banger. I mean, I'm feeling it right now, Kyle. I'm feeling it.
Feeling it, letting it flow. Getting everything in. Jake, do you know why I have the sunglasses on?
I mean, you always wear them at night, so I can't ever tell if there's a special occasion.
It's because
or not.
I need to be able to see the chat, and our future is just too bright.
That was like a
With that
total
being
dad
said,
joke.
ladies and gentlemen, a quick shout out to Brian Alley Jr. becoming a member for the 14th straight month. Love these guys. This channel's fire. Hit that like, everyone. LFG Headliner Nation. Bob Tiki becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Bob Tiki, welcome to the exclusive
Bob Tiki up in the
Headliner
house.
Nation, baby.
Bob Tiki up in here.
Bob Tiki.
We about to get Bob Tiki up here tonight, Kyle.
Woo! Woo! Raybot sent a little $3 dono. He wants to kick the questions off right away. J-Rob, ETN, Judy, or Alex Pierce for the flex? Is it just me, or do you feel like a Travis Etienne breakout week is coming very soon?
I have felt that for 2 weeks, and I keep saying it.
Or is it gas?
I mean, I don't think at this point. No, I'm pretty cleaned out, I think. Okay. I've felt it for like 2 weeks, and it's incrementally getting bigger and bigger each week. I feel like it's coming, and this could be the week for it right here. I still like Travis Etienne this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake and I talked about it before the stream started. We always love to kind of sit around and talk to you a little bit for a few minutes, but here's the thing. We keep getting so backed out, or so backed up, that we're just going to get right into it tonight. We're going to go back and forth, super chat, regular chat, one way or the other. Jacob, which one are you wanting to handle?
Last week I did super chat, so why don't we switch it up this week?
All right, we're going to do that. So we just got him. All Rise 99. If CMC gets traded, which of the Panthers running backs do I pick up, and is it worth it to stash? The CMC trade tweet that I have seen so far is not a credible source.
I mean, I've seen the rumors out there that they'll listen to offers. I don't know if that's going to mean a whole lot, especially right now in the middle of a season. If he were to go and be traded somewhere, it's not going to be just some bell cow role. You're going to have a mixture of Donta Foreman or Chuba Hubbard. I mean, it's not going to be something that's like really, really, appetizing to fantasy owners.
Exactly. So
yeah, it's my turn. I forgot we're going back and forth. Anyway, Zay Jones or Michael Gallup for Jaws. I'm probably still leaning towards Michael Gallup at this point. Zay Jones still has, an offense in Jacksonville where he's somewhat hit and miss, coming back off of an injury as well. I think I'm going to go a little bit safer and look for the touchdown upside of Michael Gallup.
Ooh, Armac. Full PPR flex the Duve, Dylan, or Pierce. Well, I guess that depends if it's Alex or Damian. If it's Alec Pierce, I want to play Alec Pierce this week. I really do, but it is not a matchup that I'm wanting to roll with this week. I think as a flex option, like if you were starting a wide receiver 3, I think I'd be okay trying to run him out there. I just don't trust it. I'm probably going to go with Dylan. Yes, he hasn't been that good. I understand why we don't even want to play him, but the Duve is so touchdown dependent right now. If he doesn't get it, he's a flop for you. Pierce hasn't really earned it as of yet. Dylan a little bit more upside for me. If you want to be safe and you want 5 points, then it's probably Pierce.
All right. How about Big Ham 100 says Pitts or Disley in a half PPR? How crazy is it, Kyle, that we're not even through week 6 and we're already contemplating sitting Kyle Pitts for Will Disley? And I will say this, as crappy as this sounds, Will Disley is probably safer right this second. The touchdown upside is going to be there in that Seattle offense for him. He's continually, being looked at week after week. If it's me, I think Disley is safer. Pitts is going to be kind of one of those guys, though, that a big day is probably going to happen, but I think I'm okay with that happening on my bench to start this time until we can start getting a little bit of momentum because he can kill you in a heartbeat.
Jay Hawley. Wait, someone's saying turn up my mic again?
I don't know.
Check. Is that better for everybody? Check. I have some people are like, no, it's great. Other people are like, turn up your mic. I can never tell.
Never tell.
All right, Jay Hawley. Russ Goff owner. Drop one for Jones, Zach, or Jimmy G. Jones who?
Aaron Jones?
Daniel Jones? Are we talking about Zach Wilson? I mean, I'm keeping Russ and Goff still right now. Yes, unless you need one to start this week, are you in a 1 quarterback league, Hawley? There's no context here to this chat. So I don't really know how to answer it for you. I don't know if it's 1 QB super flex or 2 quarterback. I don't know if you're talking about Daniel Jones or Zach Wilson. It's hard for me to answer that. I'm going to assume this is a 1 quarterback league. If it is, then absolutely, there's no reason to hold 2 quarterbacks. If you need to start one this week, we're still going to go with Russell Wilson. We're not dropping either of those guys to go grab waiver wire fodder that's been sitting out there for a reason.
Maybe the problem is people are saying that compared to me, you were relatively quiet. So maybe I take my microphone and I inch it back just a skosh.
I just turned you down a little bit.
Oh, well, fine then. Never mind. I'll move my microphone back. How about Kingsman Painting wanting to know about James Conner rest of season? And honestly, I'm not overly excited rest of season for James Conner. He had a great opportunity to start off hot with so many weapons being injured and hasn't really done anything with it. And now himself is injured. I'm hoping for a low-end running back 2 rest of season at best.
Trey gifted a Fantasy Headliners membership to somebody out there special. Make sure you all are turning on the ability to get gifted memberships if you don't already have one. James Smith, half PPR, no JT, 1 wide receiver on 1 flex. Thielen, Pickens, Dion, or A.J. Dillon. Thanks. Who would be Dion? D-E-O-N.
That's Deion Jackson of the Colts.
Oh, yeah. It's week 6.
It's the 1 week wonder.
About Deion Jackson.
Yeah.
All right. If we're looking at 1 wide receiver here, Thielen or Pickens, Thielen is going to be the safest option for me. Pickens might have more upside than him this week. I like where we're potentially going in the Steelers offense with the Pickens-Pickett connection, the P2P. Thielen's still a little bit safer for me right now. I probably throw him in this week. And then Deion Jackson is actually probably a little safer than A.J. Dillon. Just keep in mind that you're starting a guy who, we don't have anything to work off of. It is a risk. If anybody's out there interested in starting Deion Jackson this weekend, no matter what we say, you are assuming the risk. Sign the waiver before you put him in your lineup. You're assuming all risk with that.
Luis Alvarado says, should I trade Saliva Cook? Now, it depends who you want to trade Saliva with. There's a lot of people that are an automatic no bueno. Being that it's probably Dalvin Cook that you're asking before here, no. I am not the type of person that will sell a top 10 running back why would we do that? Like, that's what we're trying to draft. We're trying to draft these guys. And then you finally get one and you want to trade them away. There's too many other people out there trying to get too cute on other channels that are saying, oh, sell this guy. I saw somebody tell people to sell Nick Chubb. I don't call people out by name, and I'm not going to right now, but there is some horse crap advice out there. We're trying to draft top 10, top 12 running backs. Don't trade them away once you get them.
They're telling you to trade Nick Chubb because they want clickbait views, which they probably buy anyway.
Yeah.
So who cares? Kingsman Painting, A.J. Dillon or Brian Robinson the rest of the season. This is a tough one, and not one I thought we were going to have to make a few weeks ago. Oh, man. If you came to me and said, Kyle, you tell me right now or I'm going to kick you as hard as I can in the balls, I would probably say Brian Robinson is going to be the safer bet the rest of the season. A.J. Dillon will have more upside, though. And the thing about A.J. Dillon is if you get rid of him for some reason and Aaron Jones gets hurt, you just lost the top 12 running back. I don't know if I could get rid of A.J. Dillon for Brian Robinson. Why can't we hold both of them? Somebody the other day in Discord asked me, Kyle, why would we hold a running back from a bad team? And they weren't, it was a serious question. Like, they're kind of new to fantasy football, and they wanted to know a little bit more of an explanation behind it. And I said, we're always hunting for running backs. They get hurt the most. They are the ones that come off the waiver wire the quickest. If you have a chance to hold a starting running back, you absolutely do it. Why can't you hold both of them?
Yeah, let's try to find a way to hold both of them if possible. How about Rob Amos says pick 2 between Singletary, Stevenson, Walker. It's a full point PPR. Even though I like Singletary this week, I'm going with Stevenson and Walker. Even though Walker may not give you much in a full point PPR scoring, I think he's going to have the best touchdown upside and maybe, more overall work throughout the week. So give me Stevenson and Walker here out of those 3.
And Bucknado becoming a member for the 4th straight month of Holding Chubb. Bucknado, appreciate you. With Jonathan Taylor out, plus King Henry and Amon-Ra on a bye, I need 2 running backs and a flex. Pick from Breece Hall, J.K. Dobbins, James Robinson, and Christian Kirk. I'm going with all 3 running backs. All 3 running backs. Yes. Christian Kirk, yes, might have a little bit more upside. Oh, excuse me. A little bit more upside. That was that Mexican that I ate for dinner tonight. Might have a little bit more upside than James Robinson and J.K. Dobbins, but he's been too inconsistent the past couple of weeks. I will risk it, and I will put all the volume I can possibly get in my lineup with those other 2.
Vikash Shan says, hey, boys, on vacation in Mexico, Cabo, baby. Woo! Headliner Nation going worldwide. Kyle and Jake Suck It Tour coming to Mexico, hopefully. I've been to Mexico numerous times, and I would probably go back again, especially to Cabo. I'm a little bit upset that I didn't get an invite.
Do we just hop on a plane and go right now?
Do you think they'd be pissed if we just shut the stream off and just flew to Cabo?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great week. Good luck.
I wish.
We're on the way to Mexico. Jay Hawley with another one. Najee, J-Rob, or Gallup in a PPR league. I'm going to go ahead. I think J-Rob and Najee are the 2 that they're the most difficult to predict right now. But Gallup hasn't shown me anything as of yet, and I don't think we're not going to see a Michael Gallup return until Dak Prescott is back, ready to go in the lineup, fully good, reconnecting with him. I'm going to go J-Rob over Najee this week.
Lou Gehrig says he's picked up Odell Beckham and Jalen Warren, stashing them. 100% understand the Jalen Warren one. OBJ, I understand the lure of OBJ, but we still don't know for sure where he's going to go. And if it's anywhere other than the Los Angeles Rams, it's going to take some time to get some chemistry with a quarterback and really understand that playbook. So it may be multiple weeks away that you're stashing him.
Raymond M. in the standard flex, Kareem Hunt, George Pickens, Alec Pierce, or Darius Slayton. Still probably going to go Hunt here. Keep our fingers crossed that he scores a touchdown. Since it is a standard league, though, if you're looking for potentially a little bit more upside, it might be George Pickens.
I don't mind Pickens. Yeah. How about we sit 2 in a full PPR between Henderson Lazard, London, and Eno Benjamin? Oh, man. I have to sit 2 of them. I hate to sit Lazard in London. Eno's probably going to be somebody that's in my lineup here as far as a safety standpoint in a great matchup going up against Seattle. And he's going to get the volume with no James Conner. So I'll go with Eno Benjamin here. I think if you want to play it safe, the next option is Allen Lazard. If you want to gamble a little bit more and hope for some rushing touchdowns, it would be Darrell Henderson. But that backfield hasn't done anything no matter who's been back there all year for the most part. So that's pretty much a gamble.
Frank D, start 2, a tight end and a flex. Kittle, Higbee, Donovan Peoples-Jones, or Deion Jackson. We'll roll with Deion Jackson here. And then as far as tight ends go, I have Higbee higher than Kittle.
Which one do I trade away? Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, Breece Hall, or Ramondre Stevenson? Skyler Young, you don't trade any of them away. You keep all 4 of them. More than likely, you can start 3 of them. And heck, Aaron Jones, Josh Jacobs, and Breece Hall right now are absolute studs. And if Damian Harris does miss multiple weeks, Ramondre Stevenson will be too. If I had to trade one, like if you had to, because it's an absolute must, which one am I going with? Probably Ramondre Stevenson if I had to choose, because he'll have the most limited value once Damian Harris gets to be 100% healthy.
Jason, Quiones?
Quinones?
My bad. I messed that one up. Traded Fournette for Dalvin Cook, good or a bad deal in a half PPR? I would say it leans a little bit towards being a good deal for you.
I say this name every single year, but I don't think I've said it yet in 2022. Johnny Boom wants to know if it's Hingle McCringleberry or Osmataz Buckshank. And I love me. I say it every single year, Hingle McCringleberry.
Dalton Hopper. Jake and Kyle, y'all are late. Strike 1. No, we weren't. I started the stream right at 8.
Right on time. Right on
time. We weren't on at 8. We start the stream at 8. So
That's right.
Guess what? Strike 1 to you for trying to put strike 1 on us. Also, it's our channel. If we want to get rid of the strike, we're more than welcome to.
Here's a tough one for Steven Pereira. It says J-Rob or ETN. I mean, right now, ETN by a hair. If this is a PPR scoring, it's ETN by a little bit more. I'm hoping for the touchdown this weekend.
Ivan the Terrible becoming a new member. Welcome to Holden Chubb. Ivan, appreciate you. Jeffrey Foot with the 5 bomb. Hey, fellas, pick one for the flex. Mike Boone or Allen Robinson?
Oh, dear Lord, Jeffrey.
I couldn't even finish my sentence. I know they're not the best choices, but it's all I got. I appreciate you guys. My question is there anybody on the waivers?
I mean,
I go with Allen Robinson, and I absolutely hate it.
I don't know. I probably go with Mike Boone and hope for 8 touches and just hope that one of them is something he can break for a 6-yard touchdown.
Gosh.
It's not pretty, though.
The only reason I said Allen Robinson because it is PPR.
Okay, well,
so
that's a little
maybe
closer.
Miraculously he gets 5 catches.
I don't know. At this point, Mike Boone may get more receptions than Allen Robinson.
This is true. This is true.
Let's see. How about we go to just see Joe Rojas telling people to smash the like. How about NY is blue and white TV, Deontay Johnson or Gallup? I'm probably still leaning towards Deontay Johnson just for the volume that he's seeing. It's still going to be right around 10 targets or so, and that's something we can't really turn away from in fantasy football.
We have 858 people watching right now, and we don't even have 200 likes. I tell you what, if you do not hit the like button, your favorite team is going to be up tomorrow in the 4th quarter, and they're not going to recover an onside kick.
Wow.
And then you're going to have to stress about that few minutes.
And
there
the
to see
doc
if
is in the
scores.
chat. The doc is here in the chat.
And Ethan's here.
Ethan's
and
here.
I tell you what, I wish I could nuzzle my face up against that curly head right now. Aloha, guys, says Sapper. Yeah, don't look at me like that, Jake. I can see you back there. With the 10 bomb. Aloha, guys. Just wanted to do a shout out for my boy who recently passed away. Oh, that's right. He was telling us about this. And hoping Dallas will get it done this week against Philly in his honor. Headliner Nation, thank you, Sapper. Again, super sorry to hear about your boy. And not it wasn't your son. It was like your best friend or something like that. I just want to clarify in case I said it weird. Appreciate the donation there. Hopefully Dallas can get a win this week, and thinking of you and his family and him in this time right now.
For sure. Absolutely. Thoughts and prayers going that way. How about we go down to people out there saying the doc is the GOAT? Come on. I mean, let's not, his head's going to be so big, it won't be able to fit through the doorway. Okay. He's already super pumped that his new layout on his injury show was a smash hit. A lot of people loved it. He's already starting to, it's growing. How about Walker or Melvin Gordon for Diggable? I think that Kenneth Walker may be the safer option. Melvin Gordon may have more scoring opportunities with Geno Smith there. He has a tendency to either take it himself. Plus, we still have the likes of, Tyler Lockett, Will Dissly, a name we talked about earlier, and DK Metcalf. So probably Kenneth Walker slightly safer.
Uh-oh. What happened?
I don't know.
People are saying the screen froze. Can you see us? You could hear us because I could see it.
I can hear you fine.
Oh, I can see us.
I can see us.
I don't know what happened. Listen, Zoom's been acting a mess lately, okay? Zoom's been acting a mess. Everybody do hashtag Zoom get it together. Chico, 410 and a full PPR. Olave, Henderson, or Alec Pierce. I'm going to go with Olave here. Whoa. Has he been cleared?
Who, Olave? Last I heard, is that who you're talking about, Olave?
Yeah.
Last I hear, he was trending in that way, but has not just yet.
Okay, if he plays, it's Olave for me. If he doesn't, then it's Henderson.
It's funny that Doobie Main the G says that guy has a booty computer. My computer's probably more than you probably make in like a month, bro. So, I mean, I don't think so. Also have, I sent a paid question. Are we going to get to it? Yeah, we're working through them right now. We got to go in the order they were received.
Hold on, let me see how far we're behind right now. I know Jake just messaged me and said we're falling behind already.
Yeah, it's
like
backing up.
We're like 20 minutes behind right now.
But we're not stopping. We're continuing to go through it.
We're going to keep going.
How about we go with Matthias Scott, Kenneth Walker, or Eno Benjamin for the flex? This one's pretty freaking close to me. I think if you want to play it safer, it's Walker. You want to gamble a little bit more for the higher upside, it's Eno Benjamin.
Markel Adams sitting in a good 5-0 position. Someone dropped Bateman in my league. Should I drop Ayuk for him as a late season stash? Receivers are Chase, Waddle, and Hollywood. I mean, I don't mind that. If you want to try and stash Bateman, I don't mind that at all. Ayuk really hasn't shown anything, and we've seen Bateman give those big plays this year. I'm okay with it.
How about Joe Rojas? Pick a wide receiver 2 between Pittman, Kirk, Olave, London. Can only pick one. And then am I flexing Eno Benjamin or Kenneth Walker? We may get that question a lot tonight. And I know we just talked about that with Walker being slightly safer, Eno the higher ceiling. For the wide receiver 2, though, between Pittman, Kirk, Olave, and London, I'm probably going back to Christian Kirk as a safer option for me here this week, especially in any type of PPR.
G goes 43. Aye, Jake, you and Ethan. Appreciate you roasting my team this week. Pick 2 running backs. Dobbins, Eno, Boone, Henderson, and Edmonds. Bad, I know. LOL. Appreciate all your content. I don't think it's too bad. Trust me. We've seen worse.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Me, personally, I'm probably going to roll out Dobbins and Eno. I think they have more upside than trying to fit Henderson in there.
I don't disagree with that. G-Sly has upgraded to excessive Chubb. He's got 2 hands worth of it right now. Kenny Abraham sent a 99-cent donation and then retracted the message. Don't retract your messages. We'll get to him. Lit Nick is asking me if I need some hair. That's because he posted a picture on Twitter, and dude's hair is like to his nipples. Not that I was looking where his nipples were at. But, yeah, I mean, I could probably use a little bit of that. And then Brandon Biley. Should I trade Kenneth Walker for Amari Cooper? I'm super running back heavy. He is super wide receiver heavy. It's a small 8-man league in a full PPR. I don't hate that, but I feel like Kenneth Walker's value is maybe even a little bit higher, and you may be able to get something a little bit better than Amari Cooper. In an 8-team league, though, you probably have a stacked team. If you're not starting Kenneth Walker, then I don't mind Amari Cooper.
Someone asked if we announced the winner of the Chase jersey. We haven't, but we are tonight, Jake. Is that correct?
I don't know if it was it automated through Discord, or are we doing it on here? I don't even know.
I think it was, Taylor, are you out there? I don't think it was automated because you didn't sign up through Discord. They signed up.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We'll pick a name.
Brandon Bitely. Should I trade Kenneth Walker for Amari Cooper? I'm super running back heavy. He's super wide receiver heavy. Small 8-man league PPR. Kenneth Walker for Amari Cooper. For me, it's going to depend on who your running backs are. Like you said, it's a heavy, small 8-man league, full PPR. More than likely, you've got some decent high-end guys already. So just going off based on what you said here, I'm okay with that. Deshaun Watson coming back soon probably offers even a little bit more upside for Amari Cooper coming up here soon. But Brandon, appreciate you becoming a member for the 15th month. The Q wants to know, can the Q go 6-0 in the headliner league?
The Q probably can.
There's quite a few people out there.
Yeah, but he's doing pretty well. He's doing pretty well for himself right now. Crispy says he has to sit one between AJ Brown, Sutton, or Godwin. Oof, I don't know if I really want to sit. If I had to sit one, I'm going to sit the guy who's had the most underperforming offense with a quarterback that's playing like kind of booty right now. So I'll sit Sutton, even though I don't like it.
Crispy. Oh wait, you just did
That's
that
what I
one. My
just did.
bad. Big Mo. Start 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Sutton, Higgins, Pittman, Cooper, Bryce Hall, Kenneth Walker in a standard league. Well, I'm going Bryce Hall over Kenneth Walker this week.
Bryce Hall still isn't in the league, though, just so you know.
Do what?
Just so you know, Bryce Hall still is not in the league.
Bryce
Hall. Oh, see what happens when you go watch an Alabama and Tennessee game?
Oops.
Big upset.
Oops.
That'll happen.
For the wide receivers, I'm going to go Sutton and Pittman. I don't think I can... Sutton and Cooper. I don't think I can trust Higgins this week, and Pittman's matchup is just a little bit on the tougher side.
Rolando Prieto with SF. Oh, it's got to be San Francisco. Riddled with injuries. Does that bump up Algier in a flex spot over Gallup or Garrett Wilson?
How does that have to do with San Francisco?
I don't know. Algier's in Atlanta. I'm guessing that's what he meant. I don't. Trying to think of what else. Oh, maybe he's saying because they're playing San Francisco and there's injuries on the defensive side of the football. Maybe that's what he's going for. But if that's the case, they're still going to be plenty good in San Francisco. I'm probably still leaning Gallup over Wilson by a hair.
Henry Lopez becoming a member for the 18th month of excessive chub. 10-team full PPR. Need to start 2 running backs. Melvin Gordon, J.K. Dobbins, Zeke, Deion Jackson, or Tyler Algier. The volume is good, gentlemen. We're sounding real good tonight. Start 2 running backs. Melvin Gordon, J.K. Dobbins, Zeke, Deion Jackson, or Tyler Algier.
Well,
something is speaking to me about Melvin Gordon this week.
You feel
I don't know what
loins?
It is.
Are your loins like bursting with
Not
love?
bursting, but there's like a sensation down there that it's like maybe I should get this checked out. For me, Melvin Gordon and Deion Jackson just says something to me. J.K. Dobbins, I think he just has a little bit of rust on him still, and maybe we need to get that off before he starts going.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate that. I mean, I really don't. There's some risk there, but I mean, there's risk with majority of those guys. I mean, it's not like Zeke's been killing it either. How about Tim M? He's got Jonathan Taylor, Swift, Kareem Hunt, and Damian Pierce as his running backs. Do I drop Hunt for Kenneth Walker III? I accept I got to take my L this week. I start 2 running backs, only have 1 active. Also have Keenan Allen and missing out on a tight end with Hawk and Muther. My tight ends. Good Lord, Tim. Your entire team is hurt or on bye right now. Dude, I mean, you're dropping Hunt for Kenneth Walker, but Hunt's still going to be playing. So all you're doing is still going from only having 1 running back to 1 running back again. I would imagine.
Drop Hawkinson.
I would say I'm dropping both tight ends. I'm going to pick up Kenneth Walker with 1, and I'm going to stream a tight end with the other one.
Yeah.
That's what I would be doing right now.
Kyle Reeves with the Canada to 10. Geno or Cousins? Jake, who do you have higher this week? Is it Geno or Cousins? I can't remember. I feel like they're decently close.
Hold on. I was not prepared for that. I don't have it open. Let me look.
I'll keep going with the rest of the question. Stuffed crust or original? If it's a good pizza place, like a hometown one, it's got to be original every single time. Like Pizza Hut, give me some stuffed crust. They don't have the best crust in the world anyway. Thanks, boys. Forehead kisses.
All right, was it Geno and who else?
Geno and Cousins.
I have Cousins 1, 2, 3 spots higher.
I knew it was
than
gonna be
Geno.
decently close. Cousins, baby.
All right, where am I at here? Josh Bunch says, "Ayo, Jake and Kyle, Henderson, CEH, Ayuk, ETN, PPR. I can only pick 1. Drop Carr for Tua as a backup, and then Dobbins, Olave, Dillon. Pick one of them. Appreciate y'all." Well, for the first one, between Henderson, CEH, Ayuk, and ETN, if I'm going to pick one, I feel like ETN is still the safest floor play there out of all of them. And if you're shooting for higher upside but more of a gamble, it's CEH. That just worries me with his matchup this week. Personally, if it's me, I'm probably gambling on ETN. Do I drop Carr for Tua, even though it sounds like Tua should be back next week? No, probably not unless you really need something else for right now. And then between Dobbins, Olave, and Dillon for this week, only one in a PPR. It would be Olave if he's 100% healthy. We don't know if he's for sure going to be cleared yet. So outside of that, I'm probably going to roll with A.J. Dillon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about 15 to 20 minutes behind on Super Chats. We are trying to get caught up. Stick around if you sent one. We'll get to you very soon. Hit the like button at 850 likes. We'll let it flow. We have just over 1,000 people watching right now and only 371 likes. I need you all to hit the like button. If you don't, your favorite kicker is going to miss one field goal tomorrow. For Loco, which 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex would you start between you both? So the little Jake and Kyle response here. Full PPR, Saquon, Eno, Deion Jackson, Zeke, Boone, Pollard. So which 2 running backs am I starting? It's Saquon, Deion Jackson to be safe, Eno if you want a little bit of upside.
I would agree with
my
that.
Picks there. 2 wide receivers would be Judy, Dobbs, Olave, and Dobbs. If Olave's playing, Olave and Dobbs have the highest upside for me. If Olave's out, then of course it's Judy or Dobbs. And then honestly, you've got a flex one too. Then just put Eno or Deion in and play all 3 of them.
Yeah, whichever one you didn't pick for the running back, I agree.
Boom. Look, we're on the same page. So I'm just going to keep going to G Sly, becoming a member for the 2nd month, who just upgraded to excessive chub. Need one for the flex, Jacoby Myers, Mike Williams, or Eno in a full PPR. Also, do I start Hall over Eno? I still think Hall is over Eno. Yes. As far as the flex goes, I would put, you could go Eno in the flex if you want to be a little bit more safe with it. If you want to be upside-ish, then it would be Mike Williams.
And we have our winner of the Chase jersey, Kyle. So let's go ahead and just announce that here real quick.
Let's do it.
Before we get too far behind.
Let's not do it right this second. Everybody in the chat, let us know if you want to announce it. I want to see him tell us.
Yeah, should we?
I want to see him tell us. They have to tell us they want us to announce it.
The full size, it's like 3x4 framed custom Jamar Chase giveaway that we're announcing. I have the winner. I have the winner's name. I have their email address. I have their YouTube username, and I have their home address right now on my phone.
Are we going to put all of it on YouTube?
No, I will not. But I will give out the name and the YouTube name.
How is it decided? If you have to be in Discord for membership giveaways now, if you're not in Discord and you are a member, you have got to get your Discord connected, because that's where we run those giveaways over there. We still do tons of giveaways here on the channel throughout the week. We just gave away a Juju autographed jersey.
And we're giving away a Joe Mixon jersey on Tuesday.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a video.
But this was this was a special one that we were giving away when we hit 1,000 members.
All right, so here we go. The winner of the signed Jamar Chase jersey, which was randomly selected after everybody who signed up here over the last few days through Discord, is Richard Glass.
Woo, Richard!
Richard Glass, on YouTube known as Anweas. Aanweas.
What'd you say about my butt?
Anweas. We Anweas right now, okay? But yeah, congratulations, Richard Glass. You were randomly selected as the winner of the Chase jersey.
Woo! Woo! Congratulations, Richard.
so Glass won. I guess if you want to put it that way. Hashtag Richard in the chat. Tell him congrats.
Absolutely. Richard Glass. Alabama loses today, but I win.
Oh, he's in the chat. Richard. Perfect. He's in the chat. Richard, I already have all of your information. Either after the stream late tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll reach out to you with an email.
Michael W. becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Michael, welcome into the exclusive Headliner Nation. Christopher Gilmore, Lazard or Hunt at the flex and a PPR league. Hunt is going to be your safer option since it is PPR. Lazard is a little too touchdown dependent, but if he scores that touchdown, he probably scores just as much, if not more, than Hunt. So if you want some upside, we can go with Lazard.
How about we go down to Christopher Gilmore now? Is that what you just did? That's what you just did.
Yes.
Sawyer Scheitler? Sawyer Scheitler. That's hard to say fast. Pick one in a flex between Juju and Garrett Wilson. I mean, I feel like Garrett Wilson has the higher upside in that offense. Juju's probably slightly safer, but his ceiling is so low because even though he's getting targets, he's not doing a whole lot with it. So me personally, it should be a shootout this week going up against Buffalo. If you want to gamble, it's Juju. If you want to play it safer, it's Garrett Wilson.
Chalky wants to know, in a full PPR, need one flex. Isaiah McKenzie, Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, Kenneth Walker, Devontae Smith. I'm going to go with K-Walk there.
Philip Parrish, half PPR. Which one do I sit between Cooper, Etienne, and Zeke?
I know what I would say.
It's Zeke, right? I think I mean, I hate to say that, but I feel like I kind of have to right now. Cooper and Etienne just have a higher ceiling.
Monte in a half PPR flex, Zeke, London, or Dobbs. In a half PPR flex, honestly, if you want upside, we're going with Dobbs here.
I don't disagree. Dalton Hopper says J.K. Dobbins or Darrell Henderson Jr. since Akers is out. I mean, I understand the lure of Darrell Henderson now that he's kind of going to be the guy in that backfield, but that backfield has just been horrendous no matter who's back there, not just Akers. And Henderson hasn't done much better the last month either. Personally, I'll gamble and go with Dobbins.
Ricky, start ETN or Hunt. Ricky, I'm going with ETN this week. I really hope ETN has a good week. Really
I
hope.
do too.
He's one of those guys that we talk about, right, where we're like, we said this name a lot this weekend. ETN might end up being that name. Colts have a lot of injuries on defense. They do. I'm going with ETN. Has been far more efficient than James Robinson. If you remember and you watched my updated dynamic running back rating video this past week, you would see why this dude is close to exploding.
So close. So close.
So close. Like, stop pumping right now because it's getting ready to go.
Just when I think you couldn't almost cross the line anymore.
What? I didn't.
LKB Pythons, Ayuk or MVS? That's still going to be Ayuk for me. I know MVS is trying to get more targets, but the guy, he drops too many big passes. I got to go with Ayuk.
Bucks
yeah,
right.
Anna threw the flag. Anna threw the flag.
You got to stop trying to push that fart out because it's not a fart. That's what I meant, Jake. I don't know what you all thought I meant, but that's gross. King Divine, start J.K. Dobbins or ETN this week in a PPR league. Now, this is where I'll say J.K. Dobbins is probably going to be safer, but if you want the upside, especially since it is PPR, then I would go with ETN.
Jacob Jenkinson has got a PPR, full point PPR, wide receiver 1 and a flex between Olave, London, Deion Jackson, and Pickens. The flex, I'm going to go ahead and throw in Deion Jackson. For the wide receiver, if Chris Olave is 100% good to go, it's Olave. If it's not, then I'm gonna gamble a little bit and go with Pickens.
That was Naki, right?
No.
Jacob?
I did that one. Did we not do Naki? Do Naki anyway, because I have no idea.
PPR flex help. Lazard, Etienne, Hunt, Elijah Moore, Rondell Moore. Both Moores are out the door for me.
No more.
Etienne is over Hunt for me. It comes down to Lazard or Etienne. It's a PPR league. Give me the running back, Travis Etienne.
Dalton Hopper, Philip Lindsay, or DJ Moore in a PPR. I'm probably still leaning towards DJ Moore here right now. Philip Lindsay going to get some run, but Deion Jackson should lead them in touches. So I'll gamble and go with DJ Moore in a PPR league.
Okay, so do you just did Jacob Jenkinson?
No, I did Dalton Hopper.
Hey,
I already did the other one though. I already did Jacob.
Okay, so now we're down to Lalo Cordova. In a full PPR, pick one. Lazard, Gallup, Deontay Johnson, or Thielen. Lazard's probably got your most upside here.
Hang on, it scrolled on me.
Maddie Mayhem becoming a member for the 12th month of Excessive Chubb. Pick two in a full PPR. Mike Williams, Waddle, or Cooper. I'm going to go with Waddle and Cooper here.
Edwin Prado, welcome to Holden Chubb as a new member. Joseph Gurgis, half PPR trade Hunt for Najee. Other running backs are CMC, Lenny, Kenneth Walker, and Melvin Gordon.
The Lone Boner in the chat.
I see him out there, but yeah, honestly,
Kiki, Pittman,
I didn't
or
even
Godwin?
answer. I didn't answer yet. I just read it. I didn't even get a chance to answer, damn it. Yes, I have no issues trading for Najee in that scenario because you still have two studs in CMC and Leonard Fournette. Now you can go, Kyle.
Oh, now I can go. Okay, I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
I lost where I was at. Ezron. Pittman or Godwin? It's going to be Godwin for me. Irv Smith or Schultz? It is Irv Smith for me.
Danielle Fielder, Kyle's future ex-wife, I think is what it is, right?
That's what she calls herself.
That's what she always calls it in the comment section. I see it all the time. Been a member for 13 months, and Holden Chubb says, hey, fellas, happy Saturday. Have two questions. Do I play Brady or Murray? And also, do I play Gabe Davis or Hollywood in a full PPR forehead kisses? Man, that is tough. Let me see here. I have Murray one spot higher than Brady. I like both of them for sure, though. And then Gabe Davis or Hollywood Brown. I'm going to go with Gabe Davis in a potential shootout against Kansas City.
Anna, can you tell Funko Pop Asylum how to get into Discord, please and thank you? Someone just wanted to know if we could change Mac's name. Who said it? Someone wants to change Mac's name to the Long Boners. The Long Boners.
No.
And it just reminded me of the Amazon truck.
We were talking about the Amazon logo earlier.
My gosh. Leandre Nicholson, Taysom Hill, Schultz, or Gerald Everett in a full PPR. Gerald Everett is going to be the safer one. This is what I said to somebody else about Taysom Hill earlier. If you want to play Taysom Hill at the tight end position, feel more than welcome to, but you only play Taysom Hill at the tight end position if you absolutely have nobody else, or if you play the lottery a lot and win.
I don't ever play the lottery. Do you?
No.
I don't ever. In fact, you know what? I think we bought some scratchers like a couple months ago, and we won like $35, and they're still sitting on my counter.
Oh.
Anyway, Terry Hudak says, thanks for all the time your whole crew commits to the fantasy football information you guys provide. Bar none, best fantasy channel on YouTube. Terry Hudak.
It's not even close, Terry.
That's right. We appreciate you, Terry. And then Dill says, half PPR need 3 out of Aaron Jones, Breece Hall, Devin Singletary, or Deion Jackson. Love you guys. Appreciate all that you do. I'm going to go with Aaron Jones, Breece Hall, and Deion Jackson.
Wait, who was that?
That was Dill.
That was Dill. Deion Jackson, Garrett Wilson, Michael Carter, or Phillip Lindsay. It's between Deion Jackson and Garrett Wilson. You want the upside? It's Garrett Wilson. If we're pumping it up, it's Garrett Wilson. If we want to be right here on the floor, just nice, snug, cozy with our warm blanket, hot chocolate, then at that point, it's Deion Jackson.
Freddie Guerrero got Jeff Wilson Jr., the Duve, Devin Duvernay, Kenneth Walker, George Pickens, Adam Thielen, pick 2 in a flex spot in a full PPR. Even though it's a PPR, I'm still leaning towards the running backs. I like the matchup this week for Jeff Wilson Jr. Kenneth Walker also should see big touches. I think if you want to play it safe, it's Jeff Wilson Jr. and Kenneth Walker. If you want to gamble a little bit more, it's Jeff Wilson Jr. and Adam Thielen.
How are we not over 850 likes yet now? Disappointed, not mad, disappointed, Headliner Nation. Tyler T. Not sure I trust Higgins even if he starts. Same exact thing I said in my show this week. Dude, listen, he wasn't even cleared for practice for quite some time. I don't even know. Did he end up being cleared for practice yesterday?
What is yesterday? Was yesterday Friday?
I don't think he
so.
was. So
I don't think it was a full go
today.
Yeah.
So should I start Boyd, the Duve, or Rondell if he doesn't in a full PPR? If he doesn't, I'm going with Tyler Boyd, especially in a full PPR.
One channel said you must. Oh, this is for Manny Dingo. Let's see here. One channel said you must trade Nick Chubb in week 2. I had to comment, wow, you're dumb. Watch the headliners for real advice. And I'm still packing that Chubb. That's what I'm talking about, Manny. How about Ricky up next? Another Ricky? It's ironic how haters said you guys are too high on Chubb in the preseason, but in reality, we were too low on him. Eggplant emoji. That's right.
Honestly, we were too low on him as well.
I know. That's what he's saying. Like
we pumped him up. He was
still top 10.
Yeah, he might be a little bit lower this year, but you still draft him because you can get him in the second round this year.
Yep.
Oh, my
Agreed.
gosh. Did we do Ed Miller yet?
Not yet.
All right. Ed Miller with the 10 bomb and a half PPR wide receiver, pick 2. Thielen, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Boyd, London, Rondell Moore, or Dobbs. If I'm picking 2 of them, it is Thielen and Jacoby Myers. If you want a little bit more upside and T. Higgins is out, then it's Myers and Boyd. For the flex, J-Rob, Henderson, Jeff Wilson Jr. Do you go J-Rob or Jeff Wilson Jr.? Because that's close for me, Jake.
I'm probably going Jeff Wilson Jr.
Okay, Jeff Wilson Jr. barely over J-Rob. And a full PPR wide receiver 2. Pick Ayuk, Pickens, Thielen, Rondell Moore, or Dobbs. I think I have Thielen slightly ahead of Dobbs. I actually think I have Pickens ahead of Dobbs as well. So if you want to be safe, it's Thielen. You want more upside, go with Pickens. And then the Browns or the Saints defense.
I have.
I was gonna say I don't have it.
I have the Browns higher.
Okay, Browns defense then.
S. Nagra, need one wide receiver and one. I'm guessing that's a flex emoji. Dion, J. Rob, Sutton, and Olave. As of right now, I'm going to go with Dion Jackson and Cortland Sutton as the safer option since we're still somewhat unclear about 100% Olave.
Jean Valdez, running back with JT out. Who do I start? Dion Jackson, Tyler Algier, DJ Dallas 5-0. Right now it's Dion Jackson easy for me out of those.
Mr. Punch, 12-team dynasty, half PPR super flex. Starters are Hurts, Chubb, Mixon, Pittman, Sutton, Kittle, Swift, Deontay, Godwin, Fields. Also have Pickens, Jameson, Williams, Ayuk. I'm 2-3. Who, what would you move to win the ship this year? I mean, that's just so hard. I mean, I would like to get another wide receiver in there as of right now because we don't really know when we can count on a Jameson Williams. Pickens is starting to get to be a better option, but Pittman and Sutton kind of been somewhat underwhelming. I see you also got Deontay and Godwin, though. So honestly, I don't really feel like you need a whole lot. You have some depth there that honestly what I'm doing, if I'm you, is I'm going out throughout your league without them knowing. I'm looking at every single roster and who they have on their bench. And if they have a piece that could fit in here, I'm going to start a conversation with that owner because I can't really tell you for sure who I'm offering up. Honestly, all those guys are pretty solid. Deontay Johnson I've had as a sell for a while. I've been trying to tell people to sell Deontay Johnson while the targets are still there and before they go to Pickens. So Deontay Johnson may be a name out there that I kind of dangle if possible.
That was Mr. Punch, right? My stuff scrolled. Okay.
Yep.
Joseph Palachois. I'm 0-5. Should I accept this trade? Trade away JT for Debo. Running backs are Kamara, Breece Hall, Ken Walker, ETN, JT, and Brian Robinson. Wide receivers are Myers, Olave, CD, and Dobbs. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. But you need wide receiver help way more than you need running back help. I would maybe try to get just a little bit something more with that, but I don't hate that trade.
Are you sure? Final answer?
Final answer. But I would maybe try to do like Ken Walker instead.
All right, what about Eric Munoz Jr., PPR drop Bateman or Dobbs for Judy? If I have to drop one of them, as much as I hate it, I'll drop Bateman before Dobbs as of right now, especially since he's hurt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're like 20 minutes behind, almost 30 minutes behind now on Super Chats. Bear with us. We're going to get through them all. If you sent a message, it will be answered. 850 likes. We're going to let it flow. We're trying to get as many questions as we can. Stick with us. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. We're going to be answering a lot of questions tonight. Are we on Julio now?
Yes.
I have Jalen Hurts. Who should I target next week? Julio, I can't tell you that right now. Keep an eye on the waiver wire show because I'll tell you some options to stream next week. And should you drop Eno Benjamin or Edmonds for the quarterbacks? I mean, I wouldn't drop anyone right now. Don't drop either of those guys. Just wait. Just wait until next week. There's no reason to try and get ahead of the game on a quarterback right now. It's just a quarterback. It's just a quarterback.
And there's multiple options out there.
Multiple options. Just hold tight for right now.
Luis Alvarado says, I got Trevor Lawrence, Dalvin Cook, Dobbins, Diggs, Godwin, Lamb, Njoku, Mike Evans starting tomorrow. Thoughts? Overall, I mean, we saw T-Law do great against the Colts in week 2. Cook, Dobbins, Diggs, Godwin. I mean, overall, solid lineup, having both Godwin and Evans somewhat ballsy a little bit, but I love the matchup with a beat-up secondary there. So overall, I think you got a good shot of putting up some big points.
Red Hulk, Russ or Danny Dimes? I mean, you couldn't twist my arm and give me $1 million to start Danny Dimes. It's Russ.
I would take my chances. Yes. 314, skip to my Lou. Good to see my guys back for another week. Need y'all's help. Freiermuth is out. Do I go Disley or Ingram? So if those are the two choices between Disley or Ingram.
Ingram over Disley.
I'm probably going Ingram just for the volume in hopes that he can rack in a couple receptions. And then Waddle versus Pittman. I'm still probably going towards Jalen Waddle there. Pats defense or Eagles defense. Let's see here. I'm going with the Pats defense there over the Eagles this week. And then he says, shout out to the doc. He's ready. He is ready, the GOAT.
Smoke Dog. I'm going to just, anybody that says anything nice about Ethan, I'm skipping. Smoke Dog gifting 1 membership to Headliner Nation. Smoke Dog, appreciate the gifted membership. James Smith, you guys rock. In a half PPR, 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Pittman, London, and Hunt. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to go Pittman and Hunt there.
Matt Walters. Yo, guys, 2 for you. Pick 3 to start out of Taysom Hill, Tyler Boyd, Deion Jackson, Corey Davis. All right, if I have to pick 3 of them, it's going to be Deion Jackson. If I knew more about Higgins, it would be Tyler Boyd, but we just don't know yet. I think I'm shooting for the moon here. I'm shooting for the moon, and I'm going Deion Jackson, I'm going Taysom Hill, and I'm going Tyler Boyd, and I'm crossing my fingers. And then you also have for your running back 1 and 2, do I start both Jags running backs or Melvin Gordon? I really don't want to start both of their running backs. Is this, say if this is PPR? If this is PPR, I'm going with ETN and Melvin. If this is a standard league, then I'll maybe somewhat gamble a little bit and go with both Jags. But honestly, I probably feel a little bit better with Melvin and ETN.
314 Skip to My Lou says, forgot to say it's half PPR. That doesn't change anything for me, and the answer is from up above. It's still going to be Ingram. It's still going to be Waddle. And that obviously doesn't matter for the defenses. Danielle Fielder with a 10 bomb. Hey, fellas. Happy Saturday and hope all is well. 2 questions. Am I playing Brady or Murray?
I got Murray 1 spot higher.
Ooh, I've got Brady higher. Pitt's secondary is absolutely decimated right now.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Murray helps with his running ability, though, for sure. So Jake's got Murray. I've got Brady. I think you're good either way, honestly. And I'm playing Gabe Davis or Hollywood in a full PPR. Forehead kisses to my future ex-husband. Forehead kisses. In a full PPR, Hollywood Brown still for me. Can't sit a top 12 wide receiver for Gabe Davis, even though I love me some Gabe Davis.
Yes. Let's see here. Yeah, I have both Brady and Murray inside my top 5. So like I said, I think it's a win-win either way. Rolando Prieto says half PPR Superflex, go with Cooper Rush or Garrett Wilson or Tyler Algier. I probably gamble and just still go with Cooper Rush anyway. He's not putting up great fantasy numbers, but he's leading them to victories, and hopefully in a game in which Philadelphia can put up some points, he's forced to throw a little bit more. So I'll probably still go Cooper Rush. My opponent used Wentz and got 4 points and change, but he's got Lamar as his quarterback, and you have Geno. Not ideal either way, but I'm still going to roll with Rush.
Devin Jakowski in a full PPR flex, Henderson, Gordon, or Higgins. Go, boys! Gordon for me.
1023 Entertainment. Williams, Pittman, Olave, or Smith need a wide receiver 2. I'm guessing that's Mike Williams, Michael Pittman, Chris Olave, and Devontae Smith is what I'm guessing. And if that's the case, I'm still going to roll this week with Mike Williams.
Luis can't stick around. Just want to show a little love. You guys are amazing. Luis, appreciate the 5 bomb. M. St. G also sending a 5 bomb. Appreciate you, M. St. G. Mike, rate my trades. I traded my Najee, St. Brown, and Olave for his CMC, Deontay, Christian Kirk, and Hunt. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate that trade, Mike. Absolutely hate it. Yeah, CMC is an upgrade over Najee, but you just got a bunch of fodder behind it when you traded St. Brown and Olave, who are both better than Deontay Johnson and Christian Kirk, in my opinion, and you get Hunt, but he hasn't really done anything. Then you flipped your newly acquired CMC and Deontay for Diggs and Breece Hall, God. I mean, that helps it. That helps.
That made it better.
Up St. Brown and Olave was still a big hit. Overall, I say just about even.
So at the end of the day, you ended up losing Najee and getting Breece Hall. You ended up losing St. Brown and Olave.
And getting Diggs.
And Christian Kirk.
It's about even for me.
It's not the second. Had you not made the second trade, I would have said it's an L. But because you made the second trade, you came back to even. Nick Costellis dropping a 10 bomb says trade my Keenan Allen, Alec Pierce, Michael Gallup for Marquise Hollywood Brown and Olave or Gabriel Davis. In a full PPR, my team is Hurts, AJ Brown, St. Brown, Mixon, Chubb, Higbee, McPherson, Tampa, and is a 3-2 record. So trade Keenan, Alec, and Gallup for Hollywood, Olave, or Gabe Davis? I mean, I would do it for Gabe Davis over Olave. So Keenan Allen, Alec Pierce, and Gallup for Marquise Hollywood Brown and Gabe Davis. I don't hate that, but like, what are you going to do with that open spot now that you have on your roster? I mean, I get it that Keenan Allen is injured, but he should be back. Overall, I don't mind it, but you're clearing up that extra spot there and maybe see if he can just throw in somebody else at the back half of that trade.
Eric E. becoming a member of Holden Chubb for the last 12 months. Full PPR, pick 2 between Olave, Deion Jackson, Dylan Pollard, and Alec Pierce. So if Olave plays, for me, it would be Jackson and Olave. If Olave doesn't play, it's probably going to be Jackson, and then I risk it with Pollard after that.
Nick has upgraded his membership to excessive Chubb, which means now, Kyle, he can DM us whenever he wants to.
Good, because I want him to.
If I start getting daily hair pics, though, Nick, I'm not going to, like, if you just, like, send me a picture, you, like, blow drying your hair or something, like, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to start getting super jealous up in here. Ricky said Eno Benjamin or Drake London in a full PPR. I'm still leaning towards Eno as a safer option.
Brian Mason becoming a member of Holden Chubb for 2 months. Appreciate you, Brian. Michael Bryan. I'm starting Waddle and Pickens. Who should I start in my flex? DJ Moore or Judy? Have a great weekend, fellas. I have got DJ Moore over Judy, believe it or not, this week.
We had somebody that was next in line and just retracted their message. They were next up, and they literally...
And they were a new member, which is
weird. A new
weird.
member just retracted your message. No idea who you were now. M. Nasty? M. Nasty. M. Nasty. Let's see. Full PPR, need a flex. Isaiah McKenzie, J.K. Dobbins, or Zay Jones. I mean, McKenzie has that high upside, but he's super boomer bust. If you want to play it safer, it's Dobbins. If you want to gamble for upside, it's McKenzie.
I will, boy. 252. Grade my trade, please. I gave Jonathan Taylor and Dobbs for Pierce, Olave, and D-Hop. If D-Hop comes back and performs as a wide receiver 1, I will give you that trade. If he doesn't, though, it depends on what Pierce does the rest of the year. It's going to be close.
It's going to be close.
Yep.
Ed G, what order for PPR out of DJ Moore, Pickens, and Ayuk? In a full PPR, I'm probably going to go Pickens, Ayuk, DJ Moore.
Brian Mason sending a 5-bomb. Appreciate you. Cody P. Taysom or Njoku? We're starting Njoku. He has earned the right to start every single week. He is one of the safest tight ends they have right now. And because I have yelled about this, he probably is going to get you 2 points this week.
Probably. Bango Shanks out there. Appreciate you. Says, sup, y'all. Thanks for the help. Been smashing it in my league. I need 2 and a flex in a full PPR. Pittman, Thielen, Ayuk, and Rondale Moore. You can pick 2 of them. And a flex. So we're gonna sit one. The one that I'm going to sit is probably going to be Brandon Ayuk, and I'm going to roll with Pittman, Thielen, and Rondale Moore because I think Rondale Moore sees some added action with the banged-up backfield in Arizona.
Abnezer sent a 20-bomb. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for the donation. Rolando! Algier or Deion Jackson? Half PPR. Sorry for so many. Don't be sorry for asking questions. It's Deion Jackson for me, though.
Ryan Vogel becoming a member of Excessive Chubb now for 15 months. Just telling people to hit the like button so we can let it flow. Zen Rebel Studio says, shout out to all of us that already hit the like button before being asked to do so. Way to go, Zen Rebel. Richie is become a new member of Holding Chubb. And then Ebenezer Abera with another 20 bomb that says, who should I start for full PPR in a flex position? We have AJ Dillon, Travis Etienne, or Isaiah McKenzie. Being that it is a full PPR, I think the safer option you have is Travis Etienne. If you want to gamble for the higher upside, and we're really hoping for a shootout between Buffalo and Kansas City, then you go Isaiah McKenzie, but you got to know that the floor is super low for McKenzie this week if he doesn't score a touchdown. So if you want to play it safe, it's Etienne. If you want to gamble, then it's McKenzie.
What's up, Jake and Headliners? What's up, Jake and Kyle and the Headliner community? What up, M. St. G becoming an Excessive Chubb member for 12 months. Best rest of season pickup in a full PPR. Henderson, Warren, or DJ Dallas. Thanks, guys, and appreciate all the fancy headliners do for the community. For me, it's going to end up being Henderson as of this moment, but that could change once Cam Akers' status changes. Who knows? Maybe he comes back. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. As of right now, it would be Henderson. If Cam Akers is fine, he starts playing again, he's not gotten rid of, then stashing Warren, especially as a Najee owner, would probably be better for me.
Yeah, I mean, right now, he said immediate help is going to be Henderson. Yeah. Firefox 122 in a 14-person PPR. Need a kicker for week 7. Oh, no. Kicker questions. I don't do any kicker research. Full disclosure.
What's the question?
Who should I drop out of Cam Akers, Mike Boone, Naheem Hines, Jamison Williams, Hunter Renfrow? So he needs a kicker for this week. Who should he drop to get said kicker?
Naheem Hines. He's the one that's hurt right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop Naheem Hines right now.
Who was that? Oh, Don Queese. I saw the rankings all week, and I still can't decide on a flex for a full PPR. Godwin or CD?
As a flex? That's a hell of a flex.
And yeah, who are your wide receivers if that is who you're trying to flex? I have got CD Lamb at 11, right behind Chris Godwin at 10.
Man, yeah, and Godwin with that secondary could have a huge day.
Yeah,
I think it's win-win still, but that's tough to have to sit one of them.
I've got Godwin.
Yep, Pan 73 cakes. Kirk, Lockett, Judy, and Corey Davis pick 2 in a PPR. In a PPR, I'm going to go with Christian Kirk. And Geno's continuing to get it done. Give me Tyler Lockett as that second option. Lockett and Kirk.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Oh, was that your answer?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you asked it. The way you said it sounded like a question.
Nope.
Johnny Camarana. Flex in a full, or maybe, oh yes, a full PPR. Olave, Jeff Wilson Jr., Pickens, or Alec Pierce. If you want upside and he plays, it's going to be Olave. If you want safety, it's Jeff Wilson Jr. Abdulaziz Al-Araba.
Okay, there's not even an R in there.
Abdulaziz I thought that Y was an R. Oyab. Becoming a member.
Of Holding Chubb now. Holding that Chubb. How about we have DP Tisdale with Debo, Sutton, Williams, Davis. I can only pick 3. So I'm guessing I don't know if that's Gabe Davis or is that Corey Davis. If it's Corey Davis, then I'm going with Debo, Sutton, and Mike Williams. If that is Gabe Davis, then I'm going to go with Debo, Gabe Davis, and Mike Williams.
What if it's Garth Davis?
Definitely not starting Garth Davis. No,
okay.
Not interested in Garth. Nope.
Joel, Rocha, Walker, and Josh Reynolds for Higgins in a PPR. If you are in desperate need of running back help and you're solid at wide receiver, it's the Walker side. But this is so team dependent, Joel. I can't answer that for you. I would need to know your team to know whether or not that's a good trade.
Yeah, it depends if you really need the running back help that bad or not, because T. Higgins could be top 12 rest of season once he gets healthy. Sandy O KO 4000 says flex Cousins or Burrow, and where do I join for $5? It's the blue join button right below the video. If you're on an iPhone, Apple charges their own fees and makes the prices higher. That's not us. That's Apple, because they kind of suck sometimes. So you make sure you do that from an Android or from a desktop so you don't pay those added fees on iPhones. So it's the join button right below. But between Cousins and Burrow, I have right now Kirk Cousins at 7, Joe Burrow at 8. So Cousins by 1 spot.
Jake. So I still owe the community a punishment, and we are coming up with that in the background. I'm trying to think of some options. That also includes me cutting my hair, all right? We will talk about that. We'll post something here in the next week or two. But Nick just said if Kyle and Jake get 169 more members tonight, he'll cut his hair off.
Dude, he's got
long hair.
Long hair.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Oh, my God.
169 members for you to cut your hair. And what do you do? Do you record it on Twitter? What do you do, Nick?
He flies, and we cut it together.
Okay.
Margaret Plunkett. Should I pick up Alec Pierce? He's available on the waiver wire. If you watched my waiver wire show this past week or listened to me the last couple of weeks, yes.
He specified only 10 inches of it.
Oh, but he
His
said
hair's-
it would still be long.
It'd still be long.
Gotcha. Okay.
Elijah Wilmot. 2 flex spots in a PPR. Got Devontae Smith, Dylan McKenzie, Eno, and Deion Jackson. Thank you guys so much. I think you got a good mixture of safety and upside, so I'm going to gamble with one and play it safe with the other. I'm going to go with Devontae Smith as the gambled upside, and then to play it slightly safer, I'm going to go with Eno Benjamin.
Michael Satterfield with the 10 bomb in a full PPR league need 3 wide receivers and running backs. Mixon, Walker, Stevenson, Etienne, Aaron Jones. Wide receivers are Pittman, Gabe Davis, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson, full PPR. So if we need 3 running backs, Mixon, Walker, Stevenson, Etienne, and Jones, it's Stevenson and Jones for me. Lock it in. If you want to be safe with it, then you can go with Mixon. This would be 1 week, though, because of how much upside you have with Jones and Stevenson, that if you wanted to be a little bit potentially riskier with some more upside, I would be okay with you picking Etienne over Mixon or even Walker over Mixon. Etienne would have more upside than Walker. As far as your 3 wide receivers go, Pittman, Gabe Davis, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson. I have Pittman, Gabe Davis, and Garrett Wilson the highest. And then need a wide receiver 3. Dobbs or Juju. It is Dobbs for me. And should I start Dalton Schultz or wait? I have him as a sit this week and extremely low in the ranking. So it depends on who else you have.
Johnny says pick 3 between Evans, Diggs, Sutton, Cooper, Pierce, and Dobbs. Well, Evans and Diggs are going to be for sure for me here this week. Even though Amari Cooper's been somewhat up and down, hard to really sit him. Alex Pierce has a safer floor. Don't mind the doobs either. But if it's me, if it's my team, I'm going Evans, Diggs, and Cooper this week.
Grant Billups with the 5 bomb trade Joe Mixon, Joe Burrow, and DK Metcalf for Josh Allen and Najee Harris. Thin at running back. Breece Hall, Robinson, Jared Cook. Hopkins, Pittman, Davis, and Alex. If you're thin at running back, then no, I would not do that.
You don't want to trade Joe Mixon if you're already thin at running back.
Yeah, that wouldn't help your team at all. So no, I wouldn't do that.
Jose Rivera, full PPR trade. Mixon and Evans for McCaffrey and Lamb. Mixon and Evans for McCaffrey and Lamb. In a full PPR? That's pretty freaking close. Man, I probably stick with the Mixon and Evans side by a hair, but I mean, it's super. I just feel that Evans is safer than Lamb, but McCaffrey has a higher ceiling than Mixon in a full PPR. So it's kind of hard because they're kind of mixed and matched. If it's me, I probably personally stay with Mixon and Evans because we really don't know for sure about Dak. It could still be another week or 2.
Elijah Wilmot, Irv Smith or Disley in a PPR league. It's Irv Smith for me.
Zach Davis, Breece, or Kamara in a full PPR. Right now, it's got to be, even though I think Breece is super safe each and every week with the amount of volume he's getting, I'm still going with Kamara because he's really the only show in town right now in New Orleans.
All right, Jake, do you want to do mini flow?
Okay.
I'm going to read off Super Chats to you. We're going to try and get caught up on Super Chats real quick. So let me just bang them out to you. You answer, and we're just going to
bang them. Let's just bang them, Kyle.
We're going to spank these Super Chats till they've got a red hiney. What do you think?
Do it.
JG, Brady or Dak rest of season?
Brady for me.
Mixon or A. Jones rest of season?
That's going to be super close. I'll give it a hair to Aaron Jones.
Albert Pacheco, I'm trading Joe Mixon, Pitts, and Michael Thomas for Higgins and Taylor in a full PPR redraft.
Mixon, Pitts, and MT for Higgins and Taylor. If you have the running backs available right now to get you by until Taylor comes back, then I don't mind that whatsoever.
Cody P, should I drop Brandon Ayuk, Bateman, or Taysom Hill for Garrett Wilson?
Probably not. I would probably keep what you got there right now, honestly.
Raphael with the 5 bomb and a full PPR flex. London, Pickens, or Garrett Wilson?
For me, it's going to be, I expect the Steelers playing from behind, so give me Pickens.
And half PPR need 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Juju, Etienne, Garrett Wilson, or Dobbs.
Out of those choices, I'm flexing Etienne and I'm starting Dobbs.
Would you play Higgins over either of them?
I mean, I would love to put Higgins over Dobbs right now if I could, but we still don't know. If you want to play it safer, it's just Dobbs. I think Higgins is just more the gamble, and you kind of have to assume the risk like we did last week.
I'm going to answer this one. I think says y'all don't think Alec Pierce has a chance to get going. He's been inching slowly. If you watch either my wide receiver or waiver wire video, you would know the answer to that, and that's not how I feel at all. So I'm going to make you go watch those videos to think about that. Devious Thomas becoming a member for the 3rd month in a full PPR. Pick 1. Agnew, Devontae Parker, or Peoples-Jones.
Ugh. I don't like any of them. If I have to pick one, I guess it's Donovan Peoples-Jones, and I'm hoping for a big play.
Abdulaziz dropping a 2-bomb. Appreciate you. Daichi, Dallas, Denver, or Chiefs defense this week?
Hang on. Dallas, Denver, and who was the other one?
Chiefs defense.
Not the Chiefs. Dallas. Where's Denver? Denver. Oh, man, they all suck. I'm gonna say Dallas, but I don't love it.
And then y'all hit the like button, encouraging you all to get us to 850 viewers so we can let it flow. Joshua, Mike Williams for Hunt in London.
I would much rather have, honestly, the Mike Williams side as of right now.
Luis, Mendez, Dylan, or Etienne at the flex in a full PPR?
In a full PPR, it's going to be ETN for me this week.
Abdulaziz with a $1 donation. Appreciate you. M. St. G. What can we expect from Hopkins and Elijah Mitchell when they return? Thanks, guys, and smash the like button.
I mean, I'm not going to be overly ambitious about DeAndre Hopkins, but I still think he's in that range of top 15, top 20 or so. Definitely going to see some volume, but remember, it's not just him anymore. They have Ertz, they have Hollywood, so he's not just going to get peppered like we've seen in the past. Elijah Mitchell, we've seen when this guy is healthy, he retakes the role. Jeff Wilson's been playing pretty good. I think Elijah Mitchell's kind of in that same range as like a top 20 to 25 back or so, because I expect a split when he returns.
Fear Boner becoming a member for the second straight month. And a PPR, doesn't matter. Start Burrow or Geno Smith.
It's still, that's really close still. I have Burrow 2 spots higher.
And then in the flex, Ayuk or McKenzie, full PPR.
Both are pretty boom or bust. I'll take the guy in the better matchup for the higher amount of points and give me McKenzie and cross my fingers.
Zach Ertz at the tight end position over Dawson Knox, and that's not even close for me.
Yep.
Fat Matt Gaming, Cooks or MVS the rest of the season.
Give me Brandon Cooks rest of season.
Joe P in a half or full PPR, excuse me. Najee, Deion Jackson.
Man, I just don't love Najee right this second. I mean, I think Deion Jackson's going to be the safer of the 2 options. If you want to gamble, then it's Najee.
And then he says 2.05, which I have no idea what that means.
I think it means it's question number 2.5 PPR.
All right, maybe. Y'all just bump up to the $5 question. You get more spaces. McKinnon or Deion Jackson? That's Deion Jackson,
That's
right?
Deion Jackson for me as well, yes.
Matthew Slabzik. Start Deion Jackson or Eno Benjamin over Najee this week?
I mean, I pretty much just said the question before with Deion Jackson being slightly safer. I would probably start both of them over Najee right this second.
Hey, guys, from Mega Dr. Dre. Should I start Dylan or Hunt in the full PPR?
I'm probably still leaning towards Hunt.
He says he's excited about Robinson Jr. Started him this week, and he did decent. Because he got that touchdown there.
Got the touchdown, yep.
Khalil Solomon becoming a member of Full Jub. Appreciate you. Full Jub?
What is Full Jub?
Full Chub. Appreciate you. Welcome to the membership, buddy. Yarbo with the $10 donation. Do you trade Jacobs and Waddle for Jay Taylor and D-Hop? I would not. Do you?
Probably not. Not the way that Josh Jacobs is playing right now.
Yeah. Is Jacobs a safer RB2 for the long term if the Raiders keep losing? I mean, they're what, 2-5 or 2-4, and he's still a decent running back?
Yeah, I mean, they're still below 500, and he's been tearing it up. So
he has Jackson, Kupp, A.J. Brown, Fournette, and Pitts.
Jackson.
I mean, I'd rather have Jacobs and Waddle in that lineup right now.
I agree.
You're selling really, really high for somebody that's still injured and another guy that's still suspended. Reno K, Waddle, Jeff Wilson Jr., or Myers for the flex in a full PPR. I have Waddle in, but Skylar Thompson scares me. Didn't they clear? I barely saw this. Is Teddy Bridgewater going to play at all? He was cleared, right?
I think he was, but I don't. Let me
but
check.
He's not going to play.
Let me check because that was like right as
Tua is not playing. He was cleared, but he's not playing. I know that.
Yeah, and he has a chance to return next week. Yeah, they've both cleared concussion protocol. Let me see.
I think Bridgewater could play.
He's cleared to play.
Okay. I mean, I don't care who
Saturday,
Waddle's quarterback is. I'm still going to play him.
Yeah, I'm still going with Waddle regardless. A lot of people say I don't trust Skylar Thompson, but when you look at the target share, it's the same amount he was getting with Tua and Bridgewater. So, I mean, it didn't really change a whole lot.
All right, so Waddle over Jeff Wilson Jr. and Jacoby Myers?
In a full PPR, yeah.
Isaac Cordova, Pittman or Kirk in a standard league?
Standard makes it a little bit different. It's closer, but I'm probably still going to lean towards Kirk.
1023 Entertainment, Walker or Stevenson?
This week, it's going to be Stevenson for me.
Peasy sent a $25 donation just because you guys are awesome. Peasy, you're awesome. Appreciate you.
Hashtag Peasy in the chat.
Hashtag
and that's with an IE.
Peasy.
With an
Peasy
IE.
also becoming a member for the 11th straight month in a standard league. ETN, Jackson, or Garrett Wilson?
In a standard league, I think if you want to play it safer, it's Deion Jackson. But if it's me, I'm probably gambling a little bit and still going with ETN.
K. Scott, what up, headliners? My wide receivers are Sutton, Samuels, Pittman, Lazard, OBJ, and Hopkins. Who do I drop? It's OBJ for me.
Yeah, I mean he's not close to being ready.
Devon Rogers becoming a member of Excessive Chubb. Woo! Devon, appreciate you. Thanks so much for hopping in. Jose Hernandez. Hi.
Jose.
Trade question.
Okay.
A. Jones for Devontae Adams. I get Devontae Adams.
If you
this
have
is
another
very team dependent for me.
Yeah, you'd have to have another 2 solid running backs on your team that are startable each and every week. I'm not talking about like a Kareem Hunt or Tony Pollard or anything like that. You'd have to have 2 other legit starters to do that for me. If that's going to drop you down, all you're going to end up doing is boosting your wide receiver production and losing production at the running back and basically washing out.
Mike Coloni, what's going on? Becoming a member of Excessive Chubb for the 12th straight month. I appreciate you both. You guys are amazing. Need 2 quarterbacks this week. Zach Wilson, Jacoby Brisket, or Rush?
I mean, the one I have the highest there is going to be Zach Wilson. Second is going to be Jacoby Brisket.
2.
I did. Wilson and Brisket.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Wilson. My bad.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Swag for the good night to my kids on the gaming channel the other night. They were stoked to hear you say good night back. Mike, as always, appreciate it. Spicy Unicorn, becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Spicy Unicorn, welcome into the family. Mr. Punch with the $10 donation. What is Cup's dynasty value? Are you asking this because there was a big Twitter blow up today about his dynasty value? Because I saw a bunch of people fighting on Twitter about it.
I don't even pay attention to Twitter. It's a bunch of nonsense.
It was so funny. I was watching a bunch of people argue and say a bunch of stuff that was half stupid anyway. What's his dynasty value? He's the number 1 wide receiver at this current point in time. And he's going to continue to be for the foreseeable future. You might as well keep him. And if you're going to trade him, you got to trade him for a hell of a lot.
Yeah, and not too many people are going to give up what you really deserve to get back in return. I say this all the time in Dynasty. So many people are so quick to try to get the next big thing, and then once they have it, you immediately say, "Yo, we need to sell them high to build for the future." Damn it, I want to win right now. Sure, I want to win in the future, but I still want to win right now, and Cooper Kupp's going to give you a great chance to still win now.
If I trade one of my younger wide receivers and my first and second for next year, that would be fair. Candidates are Pittman, Deontay Sutton, Godwin, Pickens, Jameson with Ayuk and a half PPR. I mean, I would offer Deontay Sutton. I don't know if I'd go Pickens, maybe. But I would offer like Deontay and Sutton and my first and second. But honestly, if you offered any of those guys in your first and second, I highly doubt anybody's going to accept that.
Yeah.
And if they do, they probably shouldn't be playing fantasy football anyway. Ricky, Schultz or Evan Ingram in a full PPR?
What do you think, Kyle?
That's Evan Ingram for me, easy.
Still Evan Ingram, I think, just for the target share.
James Will, I just picked up Elijah Moore from free agency. Thoughts? I think he sucks so far this year.
He hasn't done anything. I mean, he maybe second half of the season, but nothing you can use right now.
Markel Adams in a full PPR. Rondell Moore, CEH, or Garrett Wilson?
I mean, none of them are safe by any means. I think if you want to play the safest, it's CEH in hopes that he can find the end zone once again. If you want to gamble a little bit more, it's Garrett Wilson and just hope for a big play.
Cold Brew Samurai becoming a member for the 3rd month of Holden Chubb. Appreciate you, Cold Brew. What up, gentlemen? Need some help at my second flex spot. Dylan, Alec Pierce, or Pickens already have Pittman starting.
Ugh. I was going to say Alec Pierce until you said that. I think Alec Pierce is the safest option there. It doesn't say if it's full PPR or not. Outside of that, I think that you kind of have to shoot for the fences a little bit, and I'm going to go with George Pickens.
Cody Remington becoming a new member of Holding Chubb. Cody, welcome to the family. Mega Dr. Dre, hey guys, thanks for being awesome. Hurst or Knox in a full PPR? I still have Hurst higher than Knox this week. Yeah. Lit Nick with the 2-bomb. Jake, I'll DM you for U12 soccer coaching ideas.
Dude,
LOL.
I definitely need one of them.
David Price with the 5-bomb, half PPR, starting Ramondre and Eno is my RB1 and 2 this week with Henry on a bye. Who should I start at my flex, Mostert or Jacoby Myers with their matchups?
I mean, Mostert, if he was 100% healthy, I think is the guy that I would want to put in there. But we know that Jacoby Myers is going to see a ton of volume, so I'm going to go towards Myers.
Ebenezer, Abera with the 10-bomb. Rate my lineup this week. Lamar Jackson, Nick Chubb, Ramondre Stevenson, Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, David Njoku, Breece Hall, Travis Etienne. That sounds like a win to me.
That sounds like my eggplant.
Dub.
That sounds like my eggplant is excited right now.
Boop. Crixa, Ayuk, Gallup, or Tyler Boyd for the flex in a standard league. Higgins would have to be out for it to be Boyd.
I think Gallup is going to be where I go in hopes that he can find the red zone work with them having to chase points against Philadelphia.
Yep. Richie, Keenan Allen, and Michael Thomas hurt. Need a wide receiver 2, starting Godwin and Garrett Wilson. Pierce, Ayuk, or Rondell Moore?
Honestly, if it's
Alec
me,
Pierce.
I think the safer option is Alec Pierce still.
Yep.
Bills,
Browns, or Jags defense?
Not the Bills. Browns, or it'll be the Browns defense for me this week.
Dave the Flay becoming a member for the 12th month. Hey, Jake and Kyle.
Hey,
should
Dave.
I hold Bateman or drop him and pick up Alec Pierce or Pickens in his place? Thanks for all you guys do as always. I probably hold Bateman over both of those guys right now.
For right now, I mean, if it's something where you need immediate production, like, hey, I have to start somebody here pretty soon, I get it. And then I think Pierce is safer, Pickens the higher ceiling, more risky, but I'm just holding right now. This is just the bottom of the bench stash.
Woo, we're getting a lot closer to being caught up, ladies and gentlemen. Just stick with us. We'll be caught up soon. Ricky, if Higgins is out, Boyd a flex over Drake London and Eno Benjamin. I go Eno Benjamin no matter what.
I probably do too.
Joey Lentini, who at the flex? Christian Kirk or Eno Benjamin in a full PPR? That's Eno for me still.
Yep, Eno's still safer. Kirk's the higher upside if you want to gamble more.
Brandon Hendershot with the $20 donation. Brandon, appreciate you. Got offered Aaron Jones, excuse me, and DK Metcalf for Lamb and Pittman. I have Eckler, Gordon, Khalil Herbert, Pacheco, Darrell Henderson, and Deion Jackson at running back. A.J. Brown, Olave, Lamb, Pittman, Bateman, Corey Davis. The guy is also offering Godwin. Should I try for him? So you would get Aaron Jones and DK or Godwin for Lamb and Pittman.
And I'd probably do that.
I would probably do that, and I would take would you take DK over Godwin the rest of the season?
I think I'm okay with either one of them, but I think if you want to just play it safer, you go Godwin. But DK's, even though Geno is there, DK's having huge games. And we're talking about touchdowns that are even getting called back to make him even bigger. I'm fine either way. I think Godwin's going to be slightly safer.
Blind. Traded Mixon and Ramondre for Breece Hall. I was looking at you. Breece Hall, D-Hop, TJ.
Hawkinson?
Who's TJ?
Is it TJ Hawkinson?
If it's TJ Hawkinson, Blind, we're going to have to time you out for that.
I mean, I don't know if
I thought maybe for a second it was JT, and he went backwards.
Had a dyslexic moment when TJ instead of JT.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if that is Mixon and Ramondre for Hall, Hopkins, and TJ Hawkinson,
that's a big L for me.
I probably wouldn't have done that.
E-Man becoming a member for the 5th month. Yo, pick one: Eno, Jeff Wilson, Olave, Henderson, or Johnson. Or do I drop Darrell Henderson for Etienne? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. You want Etienne over Darrell Henderson. So then would it be Eno, Jeff Wilson, Olave, Etienne, or
here's
Johnson?
The thing is, though, I don't know if I want to drop Darrell Henderson, though.
I mean, I'm taking Etienne the rest of the year over him.
I would, too. I wish we had somebody else to drop, but there's not.
Would you rather drop Jeff Wilson or Darrell Henderson?
It's hard because I love Jeff Wilson bless you. I love Jeff Wilson this week, but I know he's going to lose value, but so is Eno Benjamin at some point. He's going to lose value too.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Eno was there.
You know, and that's where I'm kind of stuck on. Like, I'm wondering if I would rather have Etienne and Henderson rest of season instead of Eno, because Eno could lose a lot of work here in the next week or so.
And honestly, like, you and I, small side tangent here, you and I were at the Combine the year that Eno came out, and we loved his interview when we got a chance to be a part of that. And he just sounded like a guy that was, number one, extremely high football IQ, but was willing to work at it. Like, he's a hard worker as well, but he's not a lead back. He's not going to hold up as a guy that's going to be a lead back 20, 25, 30 touches a game.
And that's what worries me.
I'd probably drop Eno Benjamin
for Travis Etienne.
Yes.
I hate to do that, but out of the options you have, that's kind of where I was going.
Michael Payne, Dobbs or Boyd this week? I mean, I've got Dobbs higher than Boyd.
As of right now, because Higgins technically is still not ruled out.
Steven Siciliano. Hey, guys. Jake, can we get some prize picks signed up this week using my headliners codes?
All right, I'll start looking at a couple of them.
All right, I'll answer some. Elijah Wilmot, should I bench Chubb for
No.
Elijah, what is even more concerning to me is you're one of our members, and you just asked us, should you bench Chubb? The RB1 overall this season.
Never bench the number 1 overall.
For two guys that are complete unknowns. I really hope this is a joke. And if it is, I'm going to send you your $2 back. Kevin Lefbetter, becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Appreciate you. Oh, Lefber. Excuse me. Becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Appreciate you.
Lefebvre?
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 Lefebvre. Lovebird. Brian Alley Jr. and a full PPR. Traded Wilson, Elijah Mitchell, Melvin Gordon, Kirk, and Michael Thomas for Justin Jefferson. I mean, you already win. You traded a bunch of stuff for Justin Jefferson, and you got Singletary and Fournette as well. Brian, you didn't even need the other two guys, and you won that. James Smith in a full PPR, 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Pittman, Godwin, Deontay Johnson, Jay Wilson, or Dion. It's going to be Godwin and Pittman, and then I still go with Jeff Wilson this week.
All right, I'm still going to be looking for prize picks here real quick, but just so you guys know, since we have 1,121 people watching, I've already mentioned this to a lot of people, but in case you haven't heard yet, there's a free square that you got to sign up for. It's a free square. It's not football, though. It's basketball, but that's cool. You can mix basketball with football in your prize picks. So literally right now, Steph Curry, if he scores 1 point in their opening night, it's an automatic win. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for prize picks that I like for football, and I'm definitely selecting Steph Curry as well, because that's going to be an automatic win. So now all of a sudden, you know, you're set up to do set up to win some money right off the bat. I also really like, there's another one in here, and even though we're not overly high on Taysom Hill this year or this week, his current fantasy score prop is only 3 points, and it's PPR. So honestly, I'm probably going to take that one too, and pair that one up with the free square of Steph Curry, even though I know we're not a basketball channel, but I'll take free money anytime they want to give it to me.
I got you, James Smith. Derek Childress, non-PPR, A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb, and Murray or Mahomes. Mahomes is the quarterback one. We don't sit the quarterback one. So it's definitely Mahomes for me. And then A.J. Brown or CeeDee Lamb. It is A.J. Brown for me, I believe. Yes, it is. It is A.J. Brown for me, barely. Especially because it is a standard league. Reginald Taylor, start Geno Smith or Justin Herbert. I believe it is still going to be Justin Herbert for me, but I am just going to double check real quick. It is actually not. I have Geno higher than Justin Herbert this week. Jake, is that correct for you as well?
Say that again. Who is it?
Justin Herbert or Geno Smith?
I have Justin Herbert one spot higher. Just by one, though. I like me some Geno still. Where are you at? I don't even know where you left off at.
Sorry, I had to respond to Anna as well real quick.
Oh.
That was Reginald Taylor. Hooster Strudel, Kittle or Njoku? I've got Njoku higher this week. Blair Davis becoming a member for the 7th month of Holden Chubb in a 12-team PPR. I'm 3-2. Quarterback, Brady, Cousins. Running back, Chubb, Henry, J-Rob. Wide receiver, and Brian Robinson. Wide receiver, Pittman Jr., Deontay Johnson, Gabe Davis. Knox, any moves to make? Yes, you need a much better tight end. Knox hasn't done anything this year. We've been off Knox for weeks at this point. Definitely, actually, in the draft guide, he was a bust. So we've been off him since the beginning of the season. Do you have prize picks that you wanted to shout out, or was that the only one?
Not yet. I'll get some more, but
okay. Grand Rapid Shark, becoming a member for the 4th month. Jackson or Hunt in the flex and a PPR. Hunt has more upside. Jackson is safer, though, in my opinion. Sandy O, Burrows or Lawrence. It is going to be... I've got Joe Burrow slightly higher than Lawrence right now. I'm going with Joe at B. And then the Jags or Eagles.
Jags or Eagles? I'm probably going towards the Jags.
I've got the Jags higher than the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Lawrence Heald. Who's a better stash in half PPR, Latavius Murray or Joshua Kelly? Neither. But if I had to pick one, it's Latavius Murray. For Sure Gaming just traded Wilson Jr. and Sanders for Keenan Allen. Good or bad? I mean, as long as you had good running back depth, I'm fine with that because Sanders hasn't been playing great. He's been okay at times. Tough schedule coming up. Jeff Wilson Jr. is going to lose a lot of volume coming up soon. So I'm okay with it right now. I don't think it was good or bad.
I think you could have gotten maybe a little bit more out of it.
Yeah, it's basically a wash for me. And then also pick 2, Etienne Boone or Dubes. Thank you. Etienne and Dubes for me.
Here's a couple prize picks, Kyle. I'm finding them right here. For the quarterback position, we've been talking all evening about Tom Brady going to have his way against the Pittsburgh secondary. Right now, his prop is currently set at 275.5. That's a number he's beaten in back-to-back weeks now. I don't mind that one whatsoever. How about Joe Burrow going up against a banged-up secondary in New Orleans? No Marcus Lattimore. He's going at a current prop of 250.5. That's a number he's beat 3 out of the last 5 weeks. How about we go to the receiver position in these same matchups? Because if we're loving the quarterbacks, then we got to love the wide receivers as well. Where is Mike Evans? Here's Mike Evans. Let's see. Mike Evans' current receiving prop is only at 67.5 yards. That's a number he's beaten 4 out of the last 5 games played. I love that. How about, let's see, Godwin is at 60.5 as well. So both those guys are pretty low. I don't mind either one of those on prize picks.
Kevin Lefebvre, Pittman or Alec Pierce for more upside this week. Pittman is still the wide receiver 1 in that offense. I know it's been a little bit tougher as of recent. I understand that. He still started the season off well, got hurt. I don't think we're off Pittman yet at this point. He's the number 1. He has the most opportunity. As far as Alec Pierce goes, I like Alec Pierce. I talked about him this week. I've talked about him in some previous weeks as being a guy to keep an eye on. I just am waiting for a better matchup before I go to him. Could he outscore Pittman? Absolutely. It could happen. But I also could give any one of you $1 million right now, and that's not going to happen. So, you just got to take with it what you get.
Wait, you have that to give out? I am paying you way too much. You have $1 million to give out.
If I had $1 million to give out, I don't know if I'd be hanging out right here, right this second.
Where
I
would
would
you
be
be
in
hanging out
Cabo
at?
with our friend from earlier.
Oh yeah, that's right. Be in Cabo.
Brian Alley Jr. I have quarterback Allen, Diggs, Dobbs, Moore, Myers, Jameson, tight end Andrews, and Njoku.
Be known.
Be known in the headliner league. 24. Let's go. Hello. Love you guys. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. Oh, it scrolled.
It's an overall solid team. I don't see a question in there, but Diggs, Dobbs, Moore, Myers.
I think
overall,
he was just telling us.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just trying to vouch that he's inside the top 25, maybe. Gio Punchu traded Pitt, Hunt, Pickens for Mike Evans, Gibb, Jay Myers. So you traded Pitts, Hunt, and Pickens for Evans, Gibson, and Jacoby Myers. Is that right? If that's the case,
Yes.
Mike Evans is the best player in that deal, and I'm glad you got Mike Evans for sure. Dirtbag forever, full PPR, Burrow or Rodgers. Unless they're catching passes, it doesn't matter if it's PPR or not. But for right now, I have Burrow 3 spots higher than Aaron Rodgers. Firefox 122 and a 14 full PPR. May need a flex waiver replacement for Olave. Pick one out of Jalen Warren, Russell Gage, Sky Moore, Josh Palmer, James Cook. I probably lean towards Josh Palmer since he's playing on Monday Night Football, and that way you can really wait up to the last minute on Olave, and if you don't have him, you can go with Palmer. What are you doing over there? Are you DJing? Are you shake weighting it? Is that what you're doing? You remember the shake weight, Kyle?
Sammy Cat in a full PPR.
Wow.
Star 3, Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones, Ramondre Stevenson. It's those 3 right there. I'm not even going to read the rest of them. $10 from Sammy. Appreciate you. Kenneth Walker was the last one. No,
Yep.
We're starting those first 3. Chubb, Jones, Stevenson.
Yep. Tommy Theologists.
Theologies.
Let's see. What's up, fellas? Olave or Pickens this week? Thanks, guys. As of right now, since we don't know 100% about Olave, it's going to be Pickens. Jimmy McGee Jr., become a member of Holden Shepard the second month. ETN or Deion Jackson in a full PPR. I'll probably lean towards Travis Etienne. Sean Thomas, 111. I'm in a 2-quarterback half PPR league. I have Kamara Eckler, Robinson Jr., and Damian Harris at running back. Gio, Dak, Carr are at quarterback. My buddy wants to trade Matt Ryan, Damian Pierce for Carr and Harris. Do I take it? So you have Geno, Dak, and Carr, but he wants Carr. So that will leave you with Geno and Dak is not even playing for sure yet, which means you have to start Geno and Matt Ryan. I'm probably holding on to Carr and Harris and just rolling with what you got because I think overall I like your team the way it is right now.
Just throwing this out there real quick. We're very close to being caught up. We're probably 15, 20 questions away from being caught up on Super Chats. If we are not at 850 likes by the time we get it done, we're not going to let it flow at all tonight. That's what it's come down to, Headliner Nation. We've been over 1,000
Setting
viewers.
ultimatums.
It's an ultimatum. It's an ultimatum. That's what it is. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
The dad talk.
Hit the like button. Right now, you have absolutely no reason not to. Oh, now you all hitting the like button. See, I had to threaten you all.
You had to threaten them, but now they've done it. So let me see here. We are at Sammy Cat. So it's just showing some love, but in full PPR, start 2 out of Higgins, Dobbs, Bateman, Davis, Lazard, Boyd, headliner number 1, period. Appreciate you, Sammy. For me, that's going to be Gabe Davis for sure. Higgins is the one where if you want to take the gamble. If you don't want to gamble, you want to play a little bit safer, then I go with Allen Lazard.
Did you get Tommy Theologist again?
It's the same question.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh.
So, Tommy, we appreciate you, but it's in their duplicate. Hopefully that was on purpose.
Kevin Walls, need 2. Myers, J-Rob, D. Jackson, Edmonds, and Standard. I'm going to go.
Way to go, Sean.
Do we go Jackson over J-Rob, Jake?
Deion Jackson?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like they're pretty close. I would probably go Deion Jackson and just cross my fingers.
Deion Jackson, and then do you go J-Rob over Jacoby Myers then and Standard?
Probably.
I probably do too.
In Standard, yes.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page. Sean Thomas, 111. Kirk, Dillon, or Pickens for my flex. Kirk has the highest upside of all these guys based on the performance we've seen so far this season. Margaret Plunkett, you guys haven't mentioned Latavius Murray or Phillip Lindsay's opinions. They're both gross.
Yeah, they're both gross, and I don't want to start either one of them if entirely possible this week.
If you're asking us, you have to start one of them. I guess go with Philip Lindsay, and hopefully he gets some receptions.
Yes.
Clay Crayons, 0-5 in a full PPR. Need a wide receiver 1 type guy with Sutton, Olave, and Gabe Davis starting. Should I consider trading Sutton and Swift for Devontae Adams? That is really going to depend on the rest of your wide receivers. Honestly, if I'm going to be truthful with you, you haven't been watching the videos because Sutton is wide receiver 1. I mean, the numbers show he is. That offense hasn't been great, but he absolutely has been putting up wide receiver-like numbers on a per-game basis. Aaron Peck, you're an idiot. So for me,
I missed it, dang it.
I don't think I make that deal right now unless your running backs are really strong. And by really strong, I mean you have a for sure RB1 that can step in for DeAndre Swift, and you've got 2 other guys that you can trust. If you do, then absolutely trade for Devontae Adams. If you don't, then absolutely not. Hooster Strudel, rate my squad. Burrow, CMC Eckler, CeeDee Lamb, A.J. Brown, Kyle Pitts, Flex, Tyreek Hill, Vikings defense, and Buffalo kicker. For me, that's got a lot of win written on it. You just need to make sure everybody has that
Kyle
upside.
Pitts needs to just get it together.
Mike Garza in a full PPR. Flex, Rondell Moore, Alec Pierce. Alec Pierce for me.
Alec Pierce.
Stem based. Full PPR, Pollard, J-Rob, or Deion Jackson. Full PPR, Jake. This one gets closer for me.
I'm in a full PPR. I'm probably leaning towards Pollard by a hair.
E-Man. Okay, so then start Chris Olave, Deontay Johnson, ETN, Darrell Henderson, or Jeff Wilson in the flex this week in a full PPR.
In a full PPR, all of a sudden Deontay Johnson and his 10-plus targets becomes a lot safer, especially since we don't know about Olave. So in a full PPR, I probably lean towards Deontay Johnson as being the safer option.
Njoku or Taysom Hill for Freddie Rivera? It's Njoku for me. Kevin Lefebvre is what he says. Everyone messes it up, but Jake got it. Lefebvre. Sapper, 227. Please start 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. Tyreek, Sutton, Kirk, McKenzie, Ayuk, Carter. So 2 wide receivers. It's going to be Tyreek, and it's going to be Cortland Sutton for me. And then your 1 flex, Kirk, McKenzie, Ayuk, Carter. Carter's going to be the safest, but Kirk is going to have higher upside. I'd probably go with Kirk.
Yep, me too.
Russell, Zach Wilson, or pick up Matt Ryan or Jimmy G. I'm still going to start Russell Wilson there. Thanks, guys. You're welcome. Juan Lopez, Hurts or Pitts?
Is that supposed to be Hurst, do you think? It's got to be Hayden Hurst,
If
right?
it's Hayden Hurst, it's Hayden Hurst for me. Cody Peterson, need 2 of these 4 with Connor Hurt and Josh Jacobs on a bye. Algier, Deion Jackson, James Robinson, Tony Pollard. If you need 2, Jackson and J-Rob are going to be your safest. If you want to get as much upside as possible, it's Jackson and Tony Pollard. Got 3 top 10 wideouts, but running backs are killing me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's tough. But you have Josh Jacobs, and he's been playing pretty well. LJ, PPR pick 2, Mostert, Deion, Pollard, Algier, or Carter. It's going to be Pollard and Deion Jackson for me. Can you Ufnagramy?
You effing Gurmy.
You effing anger me.
Maybe.
I don't know. Hey, fellas, Standard League, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson for me.
Yep.
I also need 2 running backs from Eno, ETN, and Deion. It's ETN and Eno if you want upside. If you want safety, you could go with Eno and Deion, knowing that they could potentially get the most touches. I'd probably go ETN for sure. And then whatever your gut tells you between Eno and Deion, and probably lean Deion a little bit. Also, what's your outlook on ETN? He was my 3rd round. We've talked about him several times. We feel like a breakout is very close. Very close. Scott Fortier, because I'm being fancy. This bye week is not kind. Who do I start in the flex? Garrett Wilson, Pollard, or Pitts? Thanks. Definitely not Pitts. Pollard is probably going to be your safest bet. Garrett Wilson's going to give you the most upside. Wes Horner, pick 1. Aaron Jones or Jeff Wilson Jr.? It's Aaron Jones.
It's Aaron Jones.
Pick 1. Isaiah McKenzie or Brandon Ayuk. If it's a full PPR, it's a little bit closer to being Isaiah McKenzie than Brandon Ayuk. If it were to be a standard league, I go with Brandon Ayuk. Raheem Mostert or Eno Benjamin, it's Eno Benjamin. Sandy O becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Welcome into Holden Chubb. Avery Dunn, 2 leagues in a PPR, 1 running back, 1 flex. CEH, Eno Pickens, Wilson, and Zeke. I mean, I'm probably going to go with Eno and Wilson here. Jake, do you agree with that?
Yep, I agree.
And then PPR 1 flex, Pickens, Deontay, or Olave. Probably go with Olave here. If you want to be safer, I'm not starting Deontay Johnson over Pickens right now. I mean, Deontay Johnson's seeing the volume, but Pickens is seeing the production. Right.
So, I mean, that's where you're kind of hard. In a full PPR, Deontay's probably going to be a little bit closer to Pickens, but I'll probably lean towards Pickens. If you already got, a solid roster there, I'm gonna shoot for the moon a little bit.
I'm about ready to lose my voice here. Michael Sanat,
Perfect.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and 1 flex. Mixon, Barkley, Dylan, Algier. It's Mixon and Barkley. Higgins, Waddle, London, Boyd, Pierce. Definitely Waddle. If Higgins doesn't play, then it's Boyd for me. Your 1 tight end is going to be, I've got Smith barely over Hurst this week. And then your 1 flex is probably going to be Dylan for me.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Brian Alley, no, just letting you know what I had for a team with the trade earlier. Isn't nothing to do with the team I'm in. Headliners League. Okay. That's what I figured. I thought he was just telling us. Brandon Brownlee, JT out and 2 points from Curtis Samuel. Need upside. All right, 2 running backs and 1 flex. Eno Hunt, CEH Waddle, Kirk Pittman's Dobbs. Thanks, fellas. It's Eno. It's Waddle.
And another running back, it's either Hunt or CEH.
Do you go? He needs upside, though. So do you go Kirk with over either of those 2 guys?
No, because Waddle has to be the flex. So you have to have Waddle as the flex, and the 2 running backs would be Eno.
That's right. My bad.
And I think if it worries me a little bit more with CEH's matchup than it does for Hunt, so I'm probably going to go with Eno, Hunt, and Waddle.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm there. Yep. Shotgun J, Mike Williams or Jalen Waddle and a half PPR. It's Jalen Waddle. Jack Needham with the $10 donation. I have running back Swift, Eckler, Fournette, Barkley, Stevenson, and Walker. I need a top 5 wide receiver. Who would you trade for? Jack, I appreciate the $10 donation, but whenever we get these questions, I have no way to answer it because we don't know who the rest of your team are. We don't know what other teams might be trading. We don't know who would be available. We don't know if you've talked to people. I mean, we can answer trade questions, but we can't answer who should you trade for.
What I would say is this, is we just put it out on the Friday trade video, and I told everybody to try to sell high on Kenneth Walker right now because his value is so high coming off of waivers. There's probably going to be a lot of people, a lot of hypes around him. Kenneth Walker is probably the guy that you look to sell here. Next up would be Stevenson with no Damian Harris probably this week. Another guy with huge volume.
But he wants to know who would we trade for.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're going to have to try pick one of those guys and just go see who's interested.
So, Jack, the best way I can answer this, instead of sending a $10 super chat, just become a member of Excessive Chubb. It's $20 a month. You get unlimited access to Jake and I in Discord. You can send questions whenever you want to, and then you can send us screenshots of teams. And I mean, we do that with people all the time. They send us screenshots of teams. We talk about trades. What would you do? What wouldn't you do? If someone's a member of Discord in here and has done that before, let Jack know how much that has helped you. Short, fat dude. Need 1.5 PPR. Pierce, Wilson, or Dobbs? Thanks. I've got Wilson the highest out of all of them. Eddie Davis, Myers, DJ Moore, or Rondell Moore in a PPR. It's Myers for me. Yeah. Brent Shen. What's up, guys? Becoming a member for the 12th month. Traded Pittman in London this week for Higgins. How did I do? Also, now my wide receivers are Sutton, Godwin, Smith, Higgins, and Hopkins. I think you gave up a little too much for Higgins. You should have gotten something in return with him. I get why you did it, but I would have said you need some more in return there. Firefox, 122 in a full PPR flex, Deion Jackson or Josh Palmer. It's Deion Jackson. Cliff becoming a new member. Welcome in, Cliff, it scrolled for me, to Holden Chubb. Brent Shin with the $10 donation. Pick 3 between Higgins if he plays. Sutton, Devontae Smith, and Godwin. I mean, if Higgins plays, I start Sutton, Devontae Smith, and Godwin over Higgins. I start all 3 of them over Higgins, even if he plays. I have Hurts as my quarterback for the small stack with Smith, if that matters. Thanks, you guys, the best in the business. Appreciate you, Brent. I don't know if you can tell us, but my voice is starting to run out. Joe German and a half PPR start too. Juju, Wilson, Pierce, Pollard, and Gallup. It's going to be Wilson. I'm going to go with Pollard if that's Alec Pierce. If it's Damian Pierce, it's Damian.
It's
Ricardo
not him 'cause he's on a
Lopez
bye.
with the 5 bomb. Daryl Henderson Jr. or ECH. Please tell me that's CEH because I don't know
gotta be
who
CEH.
ECH is.
It's got to be CEH.
Do we go Daryl Henderson over CEH this week?
I think yeah, probably.
Oh man, we get so close to catching up.
I know we're trying.
K2 with the 10 bomb. Hello, hairliners.
Oh wow.
Number 1, I pulled off my 4th trade of the season. Got Debo and Goff and Philadelphia D in exchange for Geno, Gabe, and Everett in a PPR. Now I have Debo, Evans, Waddle, and Thielen. I mean, I don't ever trade unless this is a 2 QB Superflex league. I'm not trading for defenses or quarterbacks. Now you basically exchanged Geno for Goff, so for me, it's Debo over Gabe and Everett. I don't mind that, especially with the way it looks now. And then Green Bay or Jacksonville defense tomorrow. I think Jacksonville's higher. Nope,
Yep.
Green Bay is higher. My bad.
All
Green
right.
Bay's higher.
Adam Zinzelmeyer, becoming a member for 12 months. Deontay Johnson, Kirk, Eno, Gordon, Kittle need 1 wideout and 2 flexes. That's going to be Christian Kirk for the 1 wideout, and then the 2 flexes is going to be Eno Benjamin. And if you want to play it somewhat safer, Melvin Gordon. I mean, just kind of worried about that backfield. If you want to, you need 2 flexes. Oh, it's going to be Kirk, Eno, and Gordon for me out of those options. Mamba Fan 24, pick 2 in a full PPR. Pickens, Kirk, Gabe Davis, or Lizard. Keep up the good work. Pick 2 in a full PPR. It's going to be Gabe Davis and Christian Kirk this week. Jason Oliverio, need 1 wide receiver. Ayuk, Cobb, Garrett Wilson, Palmer, and Corey Davis. If I can only do 1, it's going to be Garrett Wilson. We have the Ganimal saying, let's scroll. Hang on. The full PPR. JT out. Need a flex between Deion Jackson, Elijah Moore, Alec Pierce, or Olave if he plays. Had Ramondre, McCaffrey, and JT was looking fire until JT ruled out. Much love, fellas. Bangers. So if we just need 1 in a full PPR to fill in for Jonathan Taylor, I think if you want to play it the safest here, in a full PPR, you go with Alec Pierce, and you get all the upside to the volume that he's getting here right now. Krista Williams. Hey guys, if I'm honest, I'm just here for calf cam, but since I'm here, Taysom Hill or Kyle Pitts. Love you guys. Forehead kisses. In this case, I'm shooting for Taysom Hill. Again, I'm not gonna roll with Kyle Pitts until we see a little bit more. So give me Taysom Hill. There's Kyle showing the calves. If that's what you want to call him. Mike Garza, full PPR, need 1 running back, 1 flex. Kareem Hunt, Deion Jackson, Raheem Mostert, or Mike Boone. In a full PPR, I'm going to go with Kareem Hunt. And I'm worried about Mostert and his injury here later in the week, so give me Deion Jackson as a second. Debo Sims, 1990 Pittman for Jacoby Myers and Brian Robinson. If you're desperate for running back help, then that's okay, but honestly, I'd rather keep the Pittman side. BD, sub-headliners, must win in a 12-team full PPR. Need a wide receiver, running back, and flex out of Judy, Juju, Dobbs, Eno, Dillon. Thank you, guys. So a wide receiver, a running back, and a flex. For your wide receiver, it's Dobbs. For your running back, it's Eno. For the flex, it's going to be Dillon. Dalton Hopper, is Jameson Williams a good stash play for the Lions? A stash, just know that you may not have anything from him for a few weeks. Momo 716 Ali, thank you for your donation. Space Out says full PPR flex. Kenneth Walker, Devin Singletary, the Duve, or Tyler Boyd. Right now, that's Kenneth Walker, even though not so much of a full PPR type of guy. Momo also said, would you start Hill at tight end or Higbee? I know Higbee is number 2 in targets on the Rams, but you never know what Hill can do. That depends if you have room to gamble on your roster or not. The safer option is Tyler Higbee. If you want to gamble for that potential huge outburst like we saw last week, it's a gamble. It's boom or bust, but that's when you go Taysom Hill. Higbee is just a lot safer. Chris Richardson needs a wide receiver and a flex in a full PPR. Juju, Ayuk, Slayton, Zeke, Etienne, and Eno. For the wide receiver there, they're all boom or bust. I'm going to go with Juju and cross my fingers in a high-scoring game. And then in a flex play out of the remaining options, I'm going to go in a full PPR I'm going to go with Travis Etienne.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even wasting another second. There are over 900 likes right now and over 1,000 people watching. The greatest segment in the fantasy sports industry today is getting ready to commence. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here to the channel. Get your questions flowing in the chat because it is time for the patent pending headliners. Let it flow. In 3, 2, 1, get it, baby.
Go Matt C says flex Alex Pierce and Joku or Pollard. Right now I'm going Alec Pierce. Anna is out there saying short questions for Let It Flow, please. I don't have time to read an entire paragraph. Thank you for that, Anna. Deion Jackson or Kenneth Walker. Tie-in. I'm probably still leaning towards Kenneth Walker. We have Reservoir Dogs or the usual suspects. I'm in trouble here, Devin Chikowski, because I'll be honest, I haven't seen either one, even though I've heard some good things about Reservoir Dogs. Patrick Zahn saying it's time for letting it flow. Eno or Mostert, if you want to play it safer, it's Eno. If you want to gamble, that's when it becomes Mostert. Kirk or ETN? Funko Pop. I like both. I think the safer option is going to be Christian Kirk there, in my opinion. Non-PPR in a flex spot, James Robinson, Kirk, or Drake London in a non-PPR. That's when I'll go with James Robinson. Xavier, who should I start at tight end? Hill or Tunyon or Schultz? For me, in that situation, I'm gambling and going with Taysom Hill. We have Jags or Cowboys defense. Give me the Jags D this week. PPR, Knox, Pitts, Rashad White. If I have to choose one of those, you're in trouble a little bit, Corey, because I don't really think any of those guys has a super high ceiling. It's all a gamble. I'll go with Kyle Pitts and just hope for the best. Flex Tyler Boyd or Deion Jackson. Right now, since we don't know about T. Higgins, Lexus, it's going to be Deion Jackson. Ribeye or filet mignon. Come on, Carlos. If I'm going to have steak, I'm going to have the best. Give me some filet mignon, even though I still like ribeye. I'm not going to turn a ribeye down. You know what I mean? How about, should I trade Pittman for DK Metcalf for David Rodgers? Pittman for Metcalf? I would probably take that trade. They're fairly equal, though. You're not gaining a whole lot. Is hot dog a sandwich? I've gone through this before. Even though a lot of people are going to disagree, no, I don't think it really is. Even though because here's the deal. It's one piece of bread that's the bun. To me, I would need 2 pieces of bread, and I don't slice the hot dog. Never mind, we're not getting into it. Healthy or bad food tomorrow? Sapper, look at me. There's not a whole lot healthy going on right here when it comes to food on a Sunday. J Money is all about the fantasy hairliners out there. Swift for Tyreek. If you're making a trade there, J Phil, I would prefer the running back side of things unless you're totally stacked for whatever reason. Deion Jackson or Adam Thielen? That's going to be Deion Jackson as a safer option. Thielen if you want to gamble. Gage or Jackson? Same thing. Jackson's still a little bit safer. I love New York Strip Monte. I'm not going to turn that down either. Hairliners or headliners? I don't know at this point, Nick. I think a little bit of each tonight. PPR, Darrell Henderson or Kenneth Walker? I'm probably going to lean towards Walker by a hair because we haven't seen that backfield do much of anything in LA. Gage or Jackson? Still Jackson. Hunt or Jackson? If this is a PPR, I'm going with Hunt. Anything else, then I'm going to go Jackson. Do you drop Jotson for Alec Pierce? I'm guessing that's Dotson, Jahan Dotson for Alec Pierce. Yes, I will do that and give me Alec Pierce. Trade Olave and London for CD. I don't mind that either if you have solid depth. Bone in or boneless wings? It's got to be bone in if I'm having wings. If they're boneless, it's just chicken nuggets at that point. Walker, Olave, or MVS, it's going to be Walker. Jake's body screams vegan. You better believe it, Nevermore. Khalil Herbert, a stash or a drop? Probably more of a stash as of right now. Unless you have an immediate need, then maybe you could look to drop him for something else. But if you don't have that immediate need, just stash him on the bottom of your bench. Lockett or Cooper? Even though I like Lockett, I'll probably go Cooper a little bit higher this week. What are you staring at? Out of no, you're like the creepy uncle in the background. What happened to Kyle? I don't know. He's just creeping in the corner. Tacos or pizza? I like both, but if I had to choose, it's going to be pizza. Jeff Wilson or Mostert? It's going to be Jeff Wilson. No, Kyle, we can still see you creeping in there. Nick says peekaboo, Deion Jackson or CEH. It's going to be Jackson and a standard, CEH and everything else. PPR, Eno, Henderson, CEH, or Melvin. I can only start one. I'm probably leaning towards Benjamin if you want to be safe. Melvin if you want to gamble a little bit. Is Kyle bringing us Binks? Oh, the dog.
I don't know if the dog in?
I mean, if you want to bring the dog, probably doesn't want to be in there, but if you want to bring the dog, go for it. Christian Kirk or Gabe Davis? Me personally, it's going to be Gabe Davis in that potential shootout. I don't know if I could sit him. 49ers or Eagles D? It'll be the 49ers D. Chris Hilliard says, thanks, dog. No, appreciate you, dog. If that was for me, maybe it was for somebody else. Have PPR, Dobbins or Jackson? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more touches. A.J. Dillon or Najee? I'm probably still going to lean towards J.K. Dobbins this week and hope that he gets more Dylan's probably going to be slightly safer this week. Najee more of a gamble. Half PPR, Eno, Alec Pierce, or Boyd. Eno being the safer option. If you want to gamble a little bit more, then you go with Pierce. Deion Jackson or Ayuk at the flex. For me, it's Deion Jackson. Trade A.J. Brown for ETN and Hunt. I mean, only if you're desperate for running backs. Otherwise, I'm probably holding on to A.J. Brown in that situation. We have trade Henderson and Dillon for Atari Cooper. And Atari, I haven't heard of those things in forever. Henderson and Dillon for Mari Cooper. If you're great at running back, then I don't mind it if you need help there. There's the dog. Kyle has brought the dog looks terrified. Devin or Devon? That's Devin. You're a Devin, Chakowski. The dog. Oh my! I feel like the dog may pee on you right now. Create a team name for any team. That's kind of putting me on the spot. Go to one of our show us your teams. They got some good stuff. Gage or Shakur? Probably Gage by a hair, but I think they're both pretty close. Cooper or Gallup? Give me Cooper. Kalafa says, "Hey, nice dog." We have Go Mariners. They're in the 17th inning. Holy crap! The 17th inning of a game going on right now. Look at the good guard dog. The dog looks like it's not guarding anything right now. The dog looks terrified. The dog looks ashamed. Like, I'm sorry that this man is holding me right now. Melvin Gordon or J Rob? I'm probably going to lean towards Melvin by a hair. Who's creeping in Kyle's screen? That's just Kyle creeping back and forth. He's back now, though. John Rudy says, go Astros. Booze Lizard said, what's the dog's name? The dog's name is Binks. I could let you answer that, Kyle, but I already knew the answer. The puppy is guarding them calves. No, he's not. Saved Kyle's life last week. Okay. Sweet dog, bro. Everybody likes your dog. AJ Dillon or Kenneth. If we ever need likes, Kyle, we should just bring in our dogs. Everybody will hit the like button if they just see our dogs.
Should you bring your dog in too? Where's Chubb?
He's not in here right now. Should I get him in here too?
I would. I say we do it.
Should we our dogs have never met each other, Kyle.
Let's do it. Let's get the dogs together.
Hold on. I got to have somebody bring me the dog. I'm currently in a helmet. Hold on.
A. Cooper or Lockett for the flex this week? Amari Cooper. Pierce or Zay? It's Pierce. Brees Hall or Ramondre Stevenson? I'm going to go Ramondre Stevenson. Would you drop Connors for Eno Benjamin for the rest of the season? Probably not right now. Dobbs, Pollard, or Boyd this week? I'm going to go with Pollard if you want safety. Dobbs if you want upside. A.J. Dillon or Ken Walker? Going to go Ken Walker. Revealed mock one of Sneaker Pick in Discord. Oh, that's Trey.
Oh, okay. We'll look at that here in just 1 second. Let's see. Where do we leave off on the super chats? Chris Richardson. I don't know if we got to Chris Richardson or not. Flex and a full. Need a wide receiver and a flex and a full PPR between Juju, Ayuk, Slayton, Zeke, ETN, and Eno. Honestly, the more I think about this one, I think I'm probably going with the two running backs. I'm going ETN and Eno. The comeback kid, what's up, guys? Appreciate all the content and hard work. I'm definitely going to become a member and try to get my team into the drawing video thingy. Absolutely, you need to do that. By the way, do you guys give betting advice in the cord? We'll drop prop bets into a channel on Discord for prop bets on Prize Picks, but that's really all we do in there, and we all talk about it as a community. James Hendrickson, what can we get for Jacobs? 1 and 4. I mean, Jacobs is playing great. You can pretty much go out there and get yourself a high-end wide receiver right now if you need it. You could get yourself 2 running back 2s more than likely, low-end running back 2s. Just depends on who has what available out there. Jay Cabs, sup guys, new here. Have the Cowboys D picked up the Colts this week because the Eagles saw my buys next week and need a wide receiver. Drop the Colts for Nico Collins. I'm 2 and 3. I have no issues dropping the Colts defense for that. Trey, I'm going to pull up your thing here. I can hear my door opening, which means there's a dog incoming. Probably. Or not. Is a dog coming? Come here, Chubby. Come here, Chubbs. Come here. Where you at? Come here. Come here. You got to come say hi. Come here, Chubby. Come here. Come here. I can't do this with a helmet on. He's terrified of the helmet. There. See? It's just me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Oh, there he is. It's okay. It's just me.
Your dog's way more camera shy.
No way. It's because I had a helmet on. He was terrified. There. Now, see? There's Kyle. You don't even care. He's like, I don't care. Come here.
Do you see the other puppy? See him right there? Look.
There.
Binks, right here. Hey. Up. They don't like to look at the screen.
They're terrified.
Should I hold him like a baby? You all right, buddy?
He looks ashamed right now. Yeah, he's gotten a lot bigger, huh, Anna? I don't know if he'll stay there. He's a good boy, though. This is what we're just loving on the dog time. All right, time for the dog to go.
Buddy?
He doesn't care. He's lost all interest.
Whew. You want to go back inside?
Now I have dog hair on me. You can see it. It's right here. Not so much here or here, but right here. Yeah, the dogs do not like... He probably doesn't like the lights and everything either.
Jake, can I ask a favor? Okay, first off, are we all caught up on Super Chats, or are we way behind again?
We're at Trey right now.
Okay, so revealed Mach 1 of the sneaker pick in Discord. I'll have to take a look at that in a few minutes. DJ, EV Fan 205, pick 2. Eno Benjamin, Jeff Wilson, or Kenneth Walker. I mean, upside for me lies with Eno Benjamin and Kenneth Walker right now. Jeff Wilson and Jeff Wilson and Ken Walker might be a little bit safer. Jeff Math, Boone or Deion Jackson. We're going to go Deion Jackson. 12-man full PPR. Yeah, definitely Jackson. Justine Garcia. Half PPR, Wilson Jr. or Hendo. We're going to go Wilson Jr. still. Godwin or Lockett. It's Godwin. Rams or Eagles. I've got the Rams #1 against Carolina this week. PPR, pick 1. Tyreek, Pickens, or Boyd. It's Tyreek. Bucks or Jags. I have got Tampa Bay higher than the Jags right now. Stafford or Herbert. I believe I have Herbert higher.
I do. Over Stafford for sure. Yeah.
I do. Yep, I do. K. Scott, Hey Kyle, and KFC Jake. Got Cousins, dropped Wentz for Geno, rest of season, good or bad. That's fine. With the way his arm is right now, I think that's absolutely fine to do that. Deion Jackson or Pollard for the flex. If it's a half or a full PPR, Pollard has a little bit more upside than Deion Jackson. Chris just told my dog to suck it. Chris, you suck it. You suck it, Chris.
There's Trey. I don't even know if you can see it. Can you see it? This is Trey's mock-up of the shoe. He's making a headliner's shoe.
Oh, snap.
I don't know. The light is like literally right above the camera.
I can kind of see it. The Comeback Kid becoming a new member of Holden Chubb. Welcome in, the Comeback Kid. Dirtbag Forever for the Tommy Boy reference. I don't know what you did that was a Tommy Boy reference, but he liked it. Devontae Jones, trade Olave in London for CD. I have Kupp and Godwin. Olave in London for CD. I have Kupp and Godwin. I honestly don't mind that. To bring in a wide receiver 1 to go with another wide receiver 1 and a wide receiver 1B, I'm fine with that. 100%.
Perfect.
Jake, can I ask the chat for a favor real fast?
Maybe.
So my son is inside watching right now. He's had a bummer day because they had their first playoff game today, first round of the playoffs, and they lost. And he is torn apart. Like, this dug him deep. Like, this is the first time he's lost a sporting event and really felt it. He wanted to win bad this week. He started at cornerback and wide receiver. On the defensive side of the ball, he had 4 tackles and an interception. On the offensive side of the ball, he had 1 reception for like 10 yards and a carry for 5 yards. They run a lot in this league. They're still on the younger side. I need everyone to throw a little hashtag congrats little swag on an absolutely excellent season. Okay? He's super upset right now. Everyone send him a little well wishes on a great season. No, cornerback, not quarter. Sorry, corner.
Defensive back.
Defensive back. These guys are clowns. Weren't you all trashing?
Nope.
Are you on the wrong channel, you freaking moron? No, we weren't.
Guy's so stupid he doesn't even know what channel he's on.
I did a video 2 weeks ago telling everyone to get Eckler before he broke out.
Yeah.
Suck it, you moron. Now my kid saw me go from like being like pristine dad to like
telling somebody to suck it. It's all right. He's got to know. He's got to know to stand up for yourself every once in a while. Let's see here. There it is. Look at all these hashtag little swags coming in.
Love it. Love it. Appreciate it. When I was younger, I was the same way when it came to winning and losing. Absolutely would hit me hard. But this dude was like, he even looked at me and he goes, I don't know what team I'm going to be on next year, but we're not losing a game. I was like, oh, shit. It's like, dang. I was like, that's some intensity, bro.
Even Dirtbag Forever says Swag Junior rules. Appreciate that. I don't know where else we left off. Do you? Oh, Michael Sinat.
Yeah.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, a tight end, and a flex. Mixon, Barkley, Fournette, Henderson, Harris, Chase, Godwin, Higgins, Juju, Thielen, Kittle. Find someone else new. No. 2 running backs are going to be Mixon and Barkley. 2 wide receivers are going to be Chase and Godwin. Your flex is going to be Fournette. Yeah, no issues with that lineup whatsoever. VW fan says PPR Mike Will or Mostert. I'm probably going to go towards Mike Will and then Russell Wilson or Trevor Lawrence. Right now, I have Trevor Lawrence 1 spot higher than I have Russell Wilson. K. Scott says, my bad, the flex Pollard, Deion Jackson is full PPR. So with it being full PPR, probably leaning a little bit closer to Pollard. And then Jason West, full PPR, need a running back and flex Sutton, Sanders, Hunt, or Eno Benjamin. Oh, a running back and a flex. In a full PPR, I'm going to go with Eno Benjamin at the running back, and at the flex, I'm probably going to go with Miles Sanders and cross my fingers.
Would you trade Najee and Cooks for Amon-Ra St. Brown? I mean, more than likely, yes. More than likely, yes, I would do that. It depends on your team, but that's very close to being yes. Kittle or Everett? I've got Kittle a little higher than Everett this week.
Kittle's going to bounce back here at some point.
Yeah.
Like, we know what he is already. We know what he is with this quarterback. We know what he is in this offense. It's taking a little bit of time, but at some point it's going to happen.
Elijah Moore or Darius Slayton in a full PPR? I don't know if I can start Darius Slayton.
I don't know if I can start Elijah Moore. So if I have to choose one...
Here's the thing. Darius Slayton has a little, like, he's worked with Daniel Jones before. They've had that connection. He was the guy that, like, 2 years ago, he was a breakout candidate for a lot of people. And I think there's potential there. He didn't do anything to lose his job. They just signed Kenny Galladay. Obviously, Sterling Shepard, when he was healthy, was on the field. They brought in Kadarius Toney.
And there's no one else to really throw to right now. So I'm probably going to go with Slayton and just hope for the best.
Maybe.
I mean, you're not a whole lot of other choices outside of Saquon Barkley.
Amir or Gabe Davis over Pickens, easy for me.
I think some people are a little bit behind here on the stream. They haven't hit the live button, so they're still throwing out little swag.
They are.
Hashtags here.
Goddard or Everett this week? We're going Goddard. So much volume.
Goddard is, what's weird about Goddard is, I remember talking about him in the offseason about, I don't know if this guy can duplicate the efficiency that we've seen with him. The guy just continues to do so much with what he's given, and I'll be damned if the guy isn't just doing it again. Like, he may be one of the safest floor tight ends that a lot of people probably don't pay much attention to.
Him and Higbee, they're not getting, they don't have a whole lot of upside because they're not scoring a bunch, but outside of Travis Kelce, who is, and Mark Andrews for the most part.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, I would rather take safety at my tight end position. If I don't have Andrews and if I don't have Kelce, I'd rather take safety at my tight end position every single week. If you can say, Kyle, you're going to get 8 to 10 points in your tight end slot every single week.
Whoa, Kyle.
Lock me in for it. I said 8 to 10 points.
Okay. We even got Lit Nick on Discord sending us dog pictures in here. That's what I'm talking about, Nick.
Aw, Nick. Zach Ertz is another one who's been pretty safe. The one thing about Zach Ertz is just what's going to happen when DeAndre Hopkins comes back. That's kind of the big question right now.
Rocky Road Warrior says, guys, full PPR need 2. Eno, Michael Carter, J-Rob, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. It's going to be Eno for me. And being that it's full PPR, I'll go Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And then Joshua Harson, full PPR flex, Henderson, Judy, Boone, or Pickens. If I can only choose one, if you want to play it safe, it's Henderson. If you want to gamble, it's Pickens.
Alexander. Pick 2 in a full PPR. Singletary, Etienne, and Deion Jackson. That's Etienne and Deion Jackson for me.
Yep.
Brady or Hurts this week? I mean, Hurts is basically a must start. If you don't have Lamar Jackson, you're putting Hurts in. And I will say probably my biggest L this season is Jalen Hurts. Now, I will also say that I was mostly right on A.J. Brown as well.
Well, here's the thing. Like Jalen Hurts, and I'm going to double check this because I don't want to misquote it, but I'm pretty sure Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown for a touchdown in 2 weeks. And that's,
no, but he's running for so many.
He's doing it all with his feet, right? Exactly. And that's kind of what we said is that, the running game, he's so reliant on that if he doesn't get the touchdowns on the ground, we could be worried a little bit. The problem is he's got 6 touchdowns in 5 games and has been doing great on the ground, but it only has, out of the 5 games he's played this season, only had touchdown passes in 2 of them, has 4 on the season, and 3 of them were in 1 game.
Yep.
So that means 4 of the 5 games he's played, he's either had 1 or 0 passing touchdowns. And that was kind of our concern coming into the season. Luckily, his legs just continue to save him every single week.
Yeah, he has, as a passer, though, even though the touchdowns aren't there, he still has grown.
He's gotten better, for sure.
He's gotten better as a passer. He has. He's taken a little bit of a step forward this year, which is good to see. Because I'm not rooting for anybody to be bad. Just because I say I think someone's going to be a bust for a coming season doesn't mean I'm like, I want this guy. I'd rather be wrong every single time than watch guys fade out of the league. That obviously isn't going to happen. But, I mean, in the same instance, too, with that offense, we were very concerned about guys being consistent. Devontae Smith, he's had some big weeks, and he's disappeared in other weeks. A.J. Brown, I mean, he started the season with an absolute huge game against Detroit, which we found out later can't stop anybody.
Right.
But since then, he hasn't had that type of a game. So it's the same thing that was causing us problems or causing us issues in the offseason. So, yeah, a little bit wrong on Jalen Hurts, but still pretty right on A.J. Brown so far. Yeah. Alexander Arroyo sent a 3-bomb with a fist bump. Appreciate you, Alexander. Bango sent a 2-bomb. Appreciate you. Team 0 Gaming just became a member. Appreciate you, Team 0, becoming a member here on Holden Chubb. Jake, did you get his actual question?
Yep, it's right here. It's just traded, I'm guessing, Deontay Johnson for Breece Hall and Olave, and I absolutely love that. So that is a very much smile emoji for getting Breece Hall. And then Sapper says, sorry, guys, one more. Judy or Gallup as the wide receiver 2? I'm probably leaning towards Gallup by a hair, but it's pretty close.
Dirtbag Forever with a 2-bomb. Medium rare, tenderloin, or T-bone?
I'm a medium. I mean, I do. I'm full disclosure. I went and had steak dinner last night. And I had a filet mignon, medium, with a loaded baked potato and a house salad with ranch, and it was amazing.
A tenderloin is good if I'm looking for like just an amazing quality meal. If I need a little bit more girth to my meal, though, then we got to get a T-bone down inside me.
Maui Boy 808. Full PPR, Jeff Wilson or Travis Etienne. I like both of them, honestly. I think if you want to play it safe, it's Jeff Wilson. The higher upside, more of a gamble, though, is Etienne. Wilson just slightly safer for me, though. Anna has thrown multiple flags on you tonight. I mean, I don't even know. At some point, we need to go to the soccer yellow card, red card type thing here for Kyle.
Bango said Bryce, baby.
Yes. Kevin
Is
thinks
that allowed to be said? I say a lot of things on YouTube that probably are not supposed to be said.
Yeah. Michael W., I was eating good last night. I mean, my son's birthday is on Monday, so we went out. I guess we're going out on Monday, too, so it is what it is. But we're having a little... Oh, dude, we're going to have a good meal on Monday. We're going to a place called Fire and Sticks. It's like that teppanyaki stuff where they cook the food in front of you and like flip the things around. Oh, yeah. I'm going to eat so much freaking food. So much food.
Did we get Matt Mike?
No.
Matt Mike with a 5-bomb and a full PPR. Pick 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. Boyd, Alec Pierce, Miles Sanders, and Najee Harris.
How many we have to pick?
We have to pick 1 running back between Pierce and Harris, or Sanders and Harris, excuse me.
I'll go Sanders.
And then 1 wide receiver between Boyd and Pierce.
Pierce, as of right now.
If Higgins is out, do you go Boyd over Pierce?
Probably not still.
Okay, and then we need to flex somebody. If Higgins is out, are we flexing Boyd over Najee Harris?
Yes.
If he's not out,
then we go with Najee.
got it. Did we get Maui Boy 808?
Yes.
We did get him.
Yeah. Kalava,
Okay.
it's not belated yet. His birthday is on Monday. I'm going to have I'm getting old, Kyle. I got old balls. My son is now taller than me, Kyle. How crazy is that? That is so depressing.
Because I got old balls.
I do, dude. God, it's just starting to sink in here lately. Like, I walk by him in the house and I'm all, I'm 6'4" and I'm looking up at my teenage son. It's crazy.
John Mitnovich and a
you
half-point
remembered.
PPR, pick 2. The Doob, Adam Thielen, Michael Pittman, or the Doobs. You guys are awesome. John, appreciate you. So we have to pick 2. The Doob, Adam Thielen, Pittman, or the Dobbs. For me, it's probably Thielen and Pittman. If you want some more upside, then maybe Pittman and Dobbs.
Yes, but probably still Thielen and Pittman for me by a hair.
By a hair. A manscaped hair. Ricky, Eno Benjamin, or Kareem Hunt in a full PPR. I'm going Eno this week.
Yes.
Probably another one we need to have a good game.
Yes.
Monkey Jr., member for 13th month of excessive chub. Would you trade Swift for Ayuk and Kirk? Absolutely not. For Judy and Kirk? Absolutely not.
No.
You've got Mixon, Chubb, Etienne, Montgomery, and Dillon. Wide receivers are Pittman, Cooks, Boyd, Mooney. So I understand why you're wanting to make that deal, but you're trading Swift at his lowest value for 2 guys that aren't even close to his actual value. No way I'm doing that. Just wait for him to come back, run him when he comes back, let him have a good game, and if you still need, then trade him for someone much better.
Yep. John J says 1,000 likes. I'm showing 998 on my side.
I was just showing 999. Is it somebody unliked the video?
Somebody disliked the video and took their like away. Michael W says 41 isn't that old, Jake. Wait till you're 50, then you feel it. It's close, right? We're getting there, Michael. Let's see. We have Nick says we're back at 1K. How do you see it, Nick? Did you just keep refreshing it?
There it goes. Now it's up to
cheating?
1,023.
1,023 likes. Perfect. Flex spot, Miles Sanders or Mostert. I think Mostert's probably got the safer floor, but I'm probably going with Sanders with Mostert not being 100% healthy throughout the week.
Jake, are we dropping Melvin Gordon for ETN?
Can we drop anyone else? That's my question. Is like
Paul, can we drop anybody else? Actually, that wasn't Paul. Lane King, can we drop anybody else?
Is there anybody else that you have that's potentially that we can drop? I was 1,000. Yeah, buddy. Sup, guys? Just got here. Salvador Hernandez. Everybody had a little hashtag Salvador in the chat for being our 1,000th, even though I can't verify that. He could totally be lying.
Dog Smokes. Actually, James. Wait, did you just answer, James? Pick 1, half PPR, Jacoby Myers or ETN?
No, I had not.
Jacoby Myers or ETN? ETN has higher upside for me.
Yeah,
Myers
probably
is
ETN.
safer. And then Smoke Dog said, it's my daughter's birthday. She's 19. Can you wish her happy birthday? Name is Jada. And I'm done with child support. Hey, Smoke, you know what we do around here when it's someone's birthday?
Okay, well, while you're wetting your whistle here, real quick, hang on 1 second. Because I don't know if we got Cam Chapman yet either. Says, hey, guys, been subscribed to this channel for years. Y'all led me to so many big wins today. I was offered Mostert and Ayuk for Daryl Henderson. Thoughts maybe Akers is out for a while. Honestly, I'm probably just keeping Mostert. You're going to get Mostert and Ayuk for Daryl Henderson? If you need the help at wide receiver, he's added depth. If you don't, then I'm not making that trade just to make it because of what happened with Cam Akers.
Happy birthday to you.
Hashtag happy birthday, Jada, in the chat.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy 19th, Jada, in the chat.
Happy birthday, dear Jada.
Hashtag no more child support in the chat.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jada.
What I'm talking about. Hopefully she sees this.
Anna, don't say sorry to other people. Maybe she enjoyed it. How dare you ruin a good time?
If she enjoyed it, let us know. If she didn't enjoy it, we don't want to know anything about it. Peter NYC, the Golden Throne of New York is in the house, dropping a 20
There
bomb
he
in the
is.
chat. Why are my ears bleeding? Love you guys as usual, Peter. Appreciate you. Half PPR. Hurts, Evans, Lockett, Fournette, Henderson, Kittle. I need one flex out of Ertz, the Duve, Juju, or DJ Moore. Oh, Lord, Kyle. All of those are like total boom or bust this week. Is this the time, Kyle, that we have to flex a tight end?
I say we got to flex Ertz here. He's probably the safest
I
of them.
think so, too. I mean, Duve is somewhat, total touchdown dependence. Juju hasn't done a whole lot. What's DJ Moore going to do with PJ Walker? Ertz has probably been the most consistent. This may be it, Peter. This is the time to flex that tight end, my friend.
Flex it. Flex it real good. Dirtbag Forever. Broncos or Browns defense? I think we answered this for someone earlier. Browns, right?
I don't know. I didn't even listen. I was getting down, Kyle. I have no idea what you... Let the record show that Kyle interrupted my singing flow. What was the question?
Browns D or Broncos D?
Give me the Browns D this week.
Perfect. Just be Bello. Hey, my buttes. Aw, appreciate you. Thank you so much. And by you, my buttes, he's talking to just me. Flex, Joshua Kelly, Alec Pierce, Lazard, or Lindsey. That's got to be Alan Lazard for me.
Yep.
And then what's your opinion on JT the rest of the season? The opportunities there. JT isn't playing bad. If just be Bello, if you were a member, you would have saw my JT film breakdown the other day. Woo! We saw some good stuff in it. Lots of good things for JT still to come, I believe. Deshaun Russ or Jimmy G down bad at QB, 14-team league. I'm still going with Russ. Are we sitting Russ for Jimmy G?
I mean, I think Jimmy G is probably that safer guy that's going to get you 14 or 15 points, right? Russ is going to get you 8 or 28. You know what I mean? So there's that gambling there where if you want to just play it safe, Jimmy G can be that guy. But he's not going to give you a 28. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if you need to, shoot for a higher ceiling, it's still Russ.
Randy Horsley becoming a member for the 13th month. And a PPR flex, McKenzie or Deion Jackson? Or do I bench DJ Moore, Zeke, or Najee for one of the above? Well, I'm flexing Jackson over McKenzie, and I don't think I'm playing McKenzie over anyone else that you listed there.
I don't think so either.
They're just as risky.
Yeah, they're just
James.
as risky.
Oops, sorry.
Still there. No, you're fine.
James. With the $2. Kyle, you playing COD after? Got something for you. Whoa, James. Calm down.
What do you got, James?
Don't threaten me with a good time. No. Yes, there will be a gaming stream afterwards. No, it's not going to be COD tonight. I don't think I'm going to run Madden tonight. Because I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
Jason West becoming a new member. Welcome to Holden Chubb. Jason.
Yep. K-Max says he got Jonathan Taylor on a cheap trade. That's what I like. If we can get him cheap, the potential payoff is huge. Bomb chicka wow wow.
Litnick,
James.
we're gonna run into some Overwatch tonight. We absolutely destroyed last night. We're trying to get to the point where we can play ranked play here pretty soon. So we're gonna grind that for a little bit tonight.
No idea what that is. Cool.
It's awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Like I said, old balls. No idea.
Wait, what?
I have no idea. I'm not up to like the new things. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, Andres. Okay. Henderson or Kenneth Walker in a full PPR and why? I mean, it's Kenneth Walker for me. I mean, the Rams offensive line is not getting much push off the ball. The entire offense is just up and down unless your name is Cup.
Yeah, I think I have that offense pretty well figured out. And I've put it in my videos here the last few weeks, Kyle. It's like, it's Cup, incompletion, Allen Robinson, Cup, Ben Skoranek, Tyler Higbee, Cup, Tyler Higbee, Ben Skoranek, Cup, Allen Robinson miss. I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's a lot of Cup.
Yep. DayZ stream for Halloween. We might do something on Halloween for Day stream. Nick, let's get together on Discord and let's chat and see if we can figure something out for that.
What is Halloween?
Is Halloween on a Saturday this year? Or is it a Friday?
It's a Monday.
Oh, it's a Monday. Hell yeah, we can make something work on a Monday for sure. Now, I won't be able to during football, but during the day we can figure something out.
Yeah. For sure.
Anna, you get out of here.
I'm going to be home alone, Kyle.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'm like alone by myself that entire weekend.
And Chubb.
I got dog duty. But maybe I'll play video games that weekend.
Ruben! Drake London or Isaiah McKenzie?
Drake London.
Drake London still.
Give me Drake London still.
Nick wants you to come play DayZ with us.
Well, I don't even know what that is.
It's like a open world zombie game.
Okay.
So you have to drop in and you have to loot up.
Is
and
Jake afraid of the dark? No, not really. Jake's not afraid of anything. Except for snakes. I don't like snakes.
Yep, 100%.
I'll go toe-to-toe with anything else, not a snake.
Olave over Deontay Johnson if he plays in a full PPR. Yes. Yes. Tony Pollard or Isaiah McKenzie or Michael Carter. I got to go Tony Pollard there. Pickens, Boyd, or Pierce? Alec Pierce? Yes, because it's two wide receivers. So if Higgins doesn't play, it's Pickens and Boyd for me. If he does, then it's Pickens and Pierce. Dirtbag forever in a full PPR. Among Us or Fall Guys? Among Us is much more fun.
I don't know either. Never played either.
Among Us is a blast to play.
I'm just scared of them snake eyes. I don't like snakes.
Oh, I'm scared of them. I'll admit
Yeah.
it. Legit will kick a kid and push him down to get away from one.
I'll totally throw my daughter in front of him, like as a human shield if I had to.
But you can't throw your son because he's bigger than you now.
Yeah, I can't.
Take you.
I mean, it's just harder to do that now.
Is he stronger than you too?
Hell no. I told him the other day, actually like a month ago, I said, listen, you may get taller than me. I'll have to live with that, but you will never be stronger than your dad because I have that old man strength and I will use it if need be as he's looking down at me.
Hunter.
Only 15.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
You have so many pauses, though. You're a pauser when you.
Oh my God! Here we go again. Let the record reflect that Kyle just has excuses for everything.
Hunter McGann becoming a member of Holden Chubb. Bees Chun.
What?
Bees Chun.
Okay.
BEESCHUN. Bees Chun. Knox McKenzie Shakir. Pick 2 in a standard league. Why are we picking all Buffalo Bills?
Why are they all Bills?
Yeah, do you play in a league where you can only own a team and their
Bills?
players? Knox,
you gotta
McKenzie, Shakir, pick 2 in a standard league. None of them.
I mean, if I have to, it'll be Knox and McKenzie, but that's just a stab. You need more than just Bills. Do we live in the same city, Luis? No. We're not even in the same state. Yet. I'm trying. I've been trying to recruit.
Hey, listen, I like North Carolina. Just can't do it yet.
I know, but I'm still trying.
But we took step 1 towards that recently.
That's right.
Max Skills, 001, double flex. Who should I put in? Judy Thielen, ETN, Rashad White, Hayden Hurst. Well, ETN is number 1 for me. Thielen is number 2.
Okay.
Rishi Sony, what up, Headliner Nation? Najee or his backup Warren in a full PPR? Thanks. Are we at the point where we start Najee's backup over him?
I don't think so.
Me
I
neither.
mean, if you look at last week's numbers, it's not out of the question. But I don't know if I should do that. I don't know. I don't like that whatsoever. At all. I probably still. If I'm not going to start Najee and I'm going to start Warren, then I might as well just trade Najee now and just try to get something for him.
Easy Eddie. PPR, need a running back and a flex from Melvin Gordon, A.J. Dillon, Henderson London, Alec Pierce, and Ayuk. Need a running back and a flex. So Gordon, Dillon, or Hendo for the running back position. Probably Melvin Gordon for me.
Yeah, I'm probably going with Gordon.
And then for the flex, Dillon, Henderson, London, Pierce, or Ayuk. Is that Henderson?
I mean, I still think that Pierce may be slightly safer, but I don't mind Henderson. Alec Pierce, I just think sees like 8+ targets this week.
Ko Vu. Singletary or Slayton in the flex? Probably still going with Singletary over Slayton.
Yes.
I get why you're thinking Slayton, and it makes sense. I can't do it over Singletary. We've seen Singletary produce. Why am I looking sus? What have I done to look sus?
I don't know. If it's the sunglasses, you've been looking sus for 2 hours already then.
I mean, if it's the way I look, I've been looking sus for 34 years. We dem boys debating whether to drop Dallas kicker for Kansas City's kicker. I mean, Maher is actually like one of the top ranked kickers in fantasy
Butker's
football right now.
Butker's been hurt forever. I don't even look at kickers, so I'm gonna have to see. I don't even know if he's healthy or not. Let me look. He's gonna return on Sunday against Buffalo. So Butker's coming back.
I don't know if I do. I just stick with what I have.
Probably. I mean, at least with Dallas, they're going to be kicking indoors, not this week, but majority of the season. Then you take the wind and the weather out of the equation.
Mega Dr. Dre, Irv Smith or Hurst? I have Irv Smith higher. If Higgins is out, it's Hurst for me. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Everything else would be let Irv swerve. Yeah, I believe that Pierce does benefit from JT being out. He's going to see a lot. They may not see like a bunch of huge targets, but he could definitely see. Would not surprise me to see him getting 10+ this weekend.
Luis, greetings from Mexico City. I need to make space in the bench, and I have 3 tight ends: Knox, Hurst, and Everett. Which one would you choose for the rest of the season? If I had to pick one for the rest of the season, it's probably Everett. Just because there's one less weapon there than there is in Cincinnati. I'm definitely getting rid of Knox. There's no reason for you to own 3 tight ends, one of them being Knox.
I saw Nick in the chat singing like the North Carolina Go On and Raise Up song. Is that, Nick, is that P.D. Pablo? Like, I don't remember who sings that, but is that who sings that? That should be Kyle's new theme song. Trey Perez, we missed your question. We have gone down one at a time.
If you're gonna be my lover,
and have not missed anything.
My friends.
Trey,
make it last forever. Friendship
if it's the one you're talking about from a while ago, you have Evans, Kirk, and London along with Hall, Mixon, and CMC next week. You get D-Hop. Do I fire him up right away or wait? Thanks, guys. I mean, with it being next week, we just don't know for sure yet. We take everything. I mean, heck, some of these guys may be injured, limited, whatever next week. We don't really try to look multiple weeks in advance when we're talking about who are we starting. On the surface, I would say that you probably fire him up over Kirk and London, but a lot can change between now and then, so it just kind of has to wait and see.
Scotty Hale, trying to replace Javonte, got offered Damian Pierce for Ramondre Stevenson and Brian Robinson. Too good to pass. Other running backs are Kenneth Walker and ETN if I go through it. So you would be trading Ramondre Stevenson and Brian Robinson to get Damian Pierce? I'd probably take Damian Pierce just because Brian Robinson, I mean,
I don't know.
This one's pretty darn close for me.
You almost need the depth because otherwise all you're going to have is Pierce, Walker, and ETN. I would almost rather have Stevenson, Robinson, Walker, ETN on my bench, and then you can always just play matchups and start the best one.
I agree with that. I was leaning Pierce there for a second, and then the same point you said is what I was starting to think.
There's not enough depth. Smoke Dog says his daughter loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, Anna. I'm not going to say it to you, but you know what I'm thinking.
Kyle, you have nice pipes. I didn't know you can sing like that. Don't encourage
Someone
this.
else told me to stop, told you to
second.
make me stop singing.
Miguel wants us to choose his dinner tonight. Does he eat pizza or lasagna?
Ambitions of Darkness.
Is this homemade lasagna, Miguel? If we're talking about Stouffer's microwave, then you got to go with pizza. If you have homemade lasagna, I can't turn down home. That fun fact, every time my family goes out of town and I'm left home alone, I always make myself homemade lasagna because they don't eat it.
Ambitions of Darkness there has been some sexual tension in the chat tonight.
Why?
I don't know if this is a man or a woman, so I can't say he or she. Feel free to correct me, ambitions. But this person said we could be lovers and friends, Kyle, but also earlier was giving me very nice compliments.
Wow. Maybe it's True Legend, changing the name.
This is true.
Hold up, Stouffer's isn't bad. No, Nick, it's not bad. But if I'm choosing right now, like I feel like Stouffer's is like, hey man, it's been a late night. I got to get something to eat, and I don't have a whole lot of time. Like it's suitable, you know what I mean? But if it's like if you have a choice of homemade lasagna, that's a 10 out of 10 choice.
Wait, Aaron Peck, aren't you the one that insulted me earlier? Why would we answer your question now?
Did he insult you earlier?
And Aaron, yeah. And Aaron Peck did.
Maybe,
Aaron Peck even got timed out by Anna. Anna, is that
Anna
correct?
timed him out? He says he didn't insult you.
All right, maybe it was a different Aaron Peck. I swear to God it was you. I'm going to let this one slide, just in case.
I would if I knew where it was. If I knew where it was at, I would totally scroll back and see if it was him or not. But I don't have that amount of time.
Oh, that's right. He said y'all only answered paid questions, so he was just going to make the decision on his own. Aaron, you've been caught.
Uh-oh.
Pyram said he's unsubbing. Well, that's good, because we didn't need it anyway.
Let me see if he'll be missed, Kyle. Let's see if our counter moves when he leaves. Ready? Let's see.
No, didn't move.
Nope, we're still at 171, Pyron. You're not going to be missed. We're good.
All right. Well, I'm going to show a little bit. I'm going to show some faith here. Bruce, if you paid for a question, yes, it was answered. We didn't miss any. I'm going to show a little bit of faith in my man Aaron here and answer his question, even though he did that earlier. And now I've lost it. Hold on now. I've got to find it again. I have Tom Brady and Trevor Lawrence, but they have the same bye week and only recently noticed it. Who should I pick up? I'm going to drop Trevor Lawrence. I don't. I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh. I don't know who's available. I don't know how to answer that. I mean,
That's
if you
true.
tell us who's available, I keep
true.
a list. Oh, Anna keeps a list. I didn't know that.
That's awesome. Bruce, it was the Bengals. Just so you know, I scrolled back and found it, but it was the Bengals was the answer. Let's see. What else do we have?
Yeah, Aaron, if you can't handle us busting your balls a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Heck, we have an entire segment every single week about busting people's balls on their teams.
And I
let's see
just
here.
answered it. So if you already left because you couldn't take it, maybe you shouldn't have made a bad comment earlier. I don't know what to tell you.
How about we have... I love the doc emoji. Doesn't everyone? I don't know what he's talking about, but yes. Nice dogs. I wouldn't be ashamed if any... It would be a shame if anything happened to him. Ray,
What?
are you that far behind that you're just now seeing the dogs? Like, that was like an hour ago, Ray. Hit the
But wait a
live
second.
button.
Did the dude just threaten our dogs?
No, he doesn't have big enough balls to do that. He doesn't.
Ray, I'll tell you what. I'll swipe kick you right across the face, and then my dog will bite it.
And then he asked a question right after that. What's going on? Big Mont says, what's up, guys? Just got here. Najee or ETN in a PPR league. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I'm probably leaning towards ETN until we see Najee bounce back. Let's see. What else do we have? Mostert or Pickens? I mean, I still feel like Mostert is pretty safe-ish. The higher ceiling, though, is still Pickens. For me. Let's see. That's right.
Anna just sent a picture of her list, and it's true. And she puts the reason why.
Are you serious? Did I get that picture?
I love it.
No way.
Tim, if you touch a dog, I'll end yours. Tim is not playing around.
Yeah. That is... Anna's she's got a freaking list out there. Let's see. Where did we leave off up here?
Thomas Evans is asking why James Robinson sucks all of a sudden, and should I start Dylan and Pollard? Like, here's one of the things that we try to tell people over and over. Buck's cat is still pissed that I told it to suck it a couple of weeks ago. This is something we try to tell people. When I say this, I'm not meaning y'all watching right now, but y'all is a fantasy community react weekly way too much. And you react to box scores way too much. That's why when we do the videos that we do, we try to break down things and go as in-depth as possible, because we want you to see everything that we look at to make our decisions. James Robinson is coming off a torn ACL. Torn Achilles. That is something that people do not typically come back from. You can see it with Cam Akers right now. He is not the same running back. The thing that happened with James Robinson at the beginning of the season is he got some huge plays. There was one week where he had a huge touchdown run that was like 85% of his total day, and y'all flipped out because, James Robinson is back. Jake, you're wrong. Told y'all to take. And we were like, guys, calm down. It was one freaking run. And so many people just wanted to look at the box score, James Robinson doesn't suck. But he is very big play dependent right now.
Touchdown dependent, yep.
Touchdown dependent.
We said forever, once the touchdowns stop, you're not going to enjoy starting James Robinson.
So if y'all bought into the hype early on, it's because y'all just looked at box scores and were like, boom, let's go. Y'all didn't listen. So, yes, he's not playing as well right now based on the box score. But he's honestly playing just the same that he was a couple of weeks ago. You know what the difference is? He didn't score a big touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's changed, except he didn't have one big play. Nothing has changed. Yep. Absolutely nothing has changed. He is the same running back today as he was a couple of weeks ago when he was a top 10 running back. Y'all just were too focused on one big play.
Yep. Got a few super chats here. Hunter McGann, Headliner Nation, pick 3 in a full PPR. Walker, Henderson, Thielen, McKenzie, and Myers. If I have to pick 3, it's going to be Walker, Thielen. If you want to play it safer, it's Myers. If you want to gamble, it's Henderson. Kyle back there just telling everybody who doesn't listen to suck it. David Dennison, thank you for your donation. Nick Brinkley becoming a member for the 14th month. Says, Jake and Kyle, all of Headliner Nation, I want to tell you, I appreciate you all. All the videos are bright spot in the crazy world we live in. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Nick. And now Kyle is thrusting his chair. Aaron Lant, appreciate your donation. How long do I keep Russ on the bench? Honestly, I'm going to give it like another week or two until we see if it turns around or not. Bruce Asmodeus, appreciate your little sticker there. We have Adam Button, traded my Debo and Jeff Wilson for Jamar Chase in a full PPR. If you aren't reliant on Jeff Wilson, if you still have 2 to 3 other solid running backs, then I would make that trade and grab Jamar Chase. If you need the running back, if you need that depth, I'm not getting rid of it for Jamar Chase because Debo's still a solid piece. Sean Bonds was offered Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker for Barkley and T. Higgins. I would love to get Barkley for Aaron Jones and Kenneth Walker. You're probably not reliant on Kenneth Walker, so really it's probably Barkley for Jones. I feel like you should probably still get like another small piece in there. And I feel like the reason you haven't is because Amon-Ra has been hurt and out and on a bye week now. So as much as I would love to get Barkley and Higgins, I feel like you need to make sure you have a lot of depth at both positions before pulling that trigger.
2 things real quick, Jake.
Okay.
Oh, were you done with this question?
Yes, but I was just going on to the next one.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought I timed that one right. Thomas Evans, you didn't set me off. And it wasn't a bad question. And that's why I said I'm not talking about y'all watching right now. I was talking about as a fantasy community. So it had nothing to do with you. I just thought it was a great point for me to step up on my on my soapbox and just tell everybody that and reinforce why we do things the way we do them around here. And number 2, Adam Johnson, you can suck it harder than all the rest of them out there.
Cool. Dirtbag says Anna or Craig. I'll take Anna any day of the week. Rocky Road Warrior. Guys, I need 5. How many do you have listed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got to sit one out of CMC, Aaron Jones, Chris Godwin, Gabe Davis, Jeff Wilson, and CeeDee Lamb. Good Lord. I don't want to sit any of them. If I have to sit one of them, it's probably going to be Jeff Wilson, but I don't love it. Lane King, maybe. What?
Anna's just going full bore at people tonight, and I love it. She is the perfect moderator.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Lane King says, maybe you did answer. I may have missed it. So if so, my bad. Taysom Hill or Higbee in a standard league? Yep, I remember this question. Higbee is the safer option. If you're looking to get yourself a solid 8 to 12 points or so, Higbee is your guy in a standard league. If you feel like you're chasing points, if you feel like you need a higher upside, if you feel like you just need to swing for the fences, that's when you go Taysom Hill. But he's just really boom or bust, right? We all want what happened last week, but he's not going to do that every single week. So it really depends if you want to play it safer or not. Higbee's still safer. Hill's the guy with the higher ceiling. William on YouTube. I have no running back to start other than Rachaad White. Oh, dear Lord. Is Phillip Lindsay worth taking his place? I mean, I think they both have an opportunity. I'm hoping more than anything that maybe Tampa Bay can get a little bit of a lead, and then we see a little bit more Rachaad White. Lindsay may get more touches. Are they going to be beneficial touches? I'm probably just rolling with Rachaad White and crossing my fingers. Rafael Noronha, full PPR, pick 2, Dylan, Pittman, Eno, Hurst, or Algier. That's going to be, if you want to play it safer, it's Eno and Dylan. If you want to gamble a little bit more, it becomes Eno and Pittman. Robert Williams, Deion Jackson, or Travis Etienne in a full point PPR, and a full PPR will be Travis Etienne. The Surgical, just tuning in. I'm feeling good about Eno and Deion. I'm starting both at running back. What are the odds we get them both to boom on a Sunday? It would be the total 2022 thing, right? Surgical. Like, that just sounds like something that would happen in 2022. Stephen Laird, Benjamin Henderson, or Dobbins, pick 1 in a PPR. Benjamin's probably the safer option, but if it's me, I'm probably still gambling on Dobbins personally. I'm not giving up on Dobbins. I just... What are you laughing at now?
Nothing.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so Dobbins is somebody who I still have some faith in. So I'm probably still going Dobbins personally. The real 182, pick 4 in a full PPR out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have to sit 3 out of Dylan, Davis, Gallup, Zay Jones, Boone, Pierce, and Dobbs. I'm going to start Pierce. I'm going to start Dobbs. I'm going to start Dylan. And I'm going to start Gallup. Those are the 4 that I'm going with. And then Dirtbag Forever says he's kidding Anna. 4 kisses to you. I don't know what that was for. Whew. What are you laughing at? What am I missing over here?
I have a question for Nick. Nick, can I ask you a question?
Which Nick are we asking questions to?
Lit Nick, the only Nick.
Okay.
The only Nick that matters.
Yeah.
Nick, when you and I meet for the first time in person, can I embrace you the way a father would embrace his long-lost child?
Wow. He says he has no idea what he's in for.
Yes or no?
Yeah, just blink once if you feel threatened. Donald Smith said the Astros won.
Yeah, they did.
I didn't even know the Astros were playing, so that's cool.
They swept them.
Hunt or DJ Moore? I'm probably still going Hunt.
Blink 69 times.
Blink 69 times. Oh, wow. Yeah, he feels very threatened.
Are we thinking MVS is starting to be the overall number 1 in Kansas City? No, they don't have a number 1 overall anymore.
No.
They have
Kelsey
like 5
1.
wide receiver 3s, and Patty's just spreading it around.
Yep. Yep.
How much is that membership? What membership?
You don't want to know. Probably the one of you embracing generously.
Oh, listen. Nick's donated like 45,000 memberships this year. Okay, it's not that much. But the least I can do is embrace him.
Yeah. I mean, heck, everybody who we've met, we've embraced. I mean, Trey brought us jerky. I mean, that was amazing.
She'll try to fight you? Nick, she wouldn't fight me.
Who would?
Nick said his girlfriend's Jack, so she would try to fight me.
That's okay.
Listen, we can even do like a crotch out hug so we don't accidentally touch tips.
Wow.
Hey, Anna,
scary.
get Adam out of here. Just block him. We don't have to see his
Adam.
crap anymore.
He's pissed off that he's got SDE going on.
Yeah, super SDE, and I'd be willing to bet that all of his friends actually hate him.
I don't even know if he has friends. Who to start, Hurts or Herbert? Man, both of them. Why do you have both? Is my question, because you could probably get something for one of them depending on your league mates and how they treat quarterbacks. But I mean, I have Hurts higher this week, but that's a difficult situation every week where maybe you can look to trade one of them.
Henderson or Dylan Mason? I think I got to go with Henderson just because I think we're going to get a few more touches.
Donald Smith out there singing goodbye. Love to see that. Kenneth Walker or Olave in a full PPR. As of right now, it's Walker, just because we don't know for sure if Olave is going to go.
Should I trade Sutton for ETN?
It depends.
If you need running backs, I'm good with it, and you're strong at wide receiver.
Yeah.
You got to be strong at wide receiver.
Yeah.
And then Vincent, type your question, Vincent. If you type it, I will respond. I will keep my eyes on the chat just for you.
If you were to trade Herbert, who would you target at this point? I mean, I would just go to a team that needs a quarterback, find out what they have excess of, and start making offers, because we don't know who all they have. Nick, on a side note, the dude that unsubscribed earlier, I got my old email and subbed to the channel. I got you.
Gone.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm still looking for Vincent. What do you think about my team, Kyle? And thank you so much. It does mean a lot. You guys are the best. Vincent, I don't see your team, though. Hurry up and type it, Vincent, because we're coming up on 11.
Yes.
Donald, Kyle's gaming channel is must-watch TV. That would be correct. It's only the second most fun thing on YouTube outside of this, and then the breaks would be the third.
I think it's funny that Buck says that Tater Miles touched his cat inappropriately.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
Not in a sexual way, but like I'm going to grill you up type of way. Like he wanted to eat.
Is it time to trade Keenan Allen? I mean, you've held on to him this long through his entire injury. Now you're going to get ready to trade him, and somebody else is going to reap the reward. So I guess it just kind of matters what you can get.
All right, Lamar Jackson, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Henry, Mixon, Kittle, Kirk, Devontae Smith, Butker, Green Bay defense on the bench. Scary Terry, Juju Hawkinson, Deion Jackson, and Derek Carr. If D-Hop comes back and is a top 15, top 20 wide receiver, you're pretty good the rest of the season. If not, then we really need Kirk and Devontae Smith to step up and be more consistent to be a wide receiver 2 for you. If we get that, you should end up being fine. But you're pretty strong at running back. I would like to add a third running back, though. So I would look at potentially after Kirk or Devontae Smith has a huge game, I would look to trade them for a running back to add some depth.
Keith, Kirk or McKenzie? It's going to be Kirk for me. And Kyle, Daniel Penrod has sent a super chat. Daniel from Twitter. The one who you had to wear a skull sign for, right?
Nope, not doing it.
Okay, he says he's in Miami
That's
to celebrate his birthday, turning 30.
Congratulations, Daniel.
First off, I feel like his profile picture on Twitter, he looks like he's like 18. So the fact that he's 30, well done. I mean, you're doing great. Either that or you have like an old picture as your profile picture. He's seen the Vikings-Dolphins game, but his birthday wish is just to get a big old skull from Kyle.
Nope. I'll sing you happy birthday. Not doing skull again for you.
You did wear a sign. Do you have the sign still?
No, I threw it away. I paid up my bet. Daniel, don't you try to sucker anything else out
I
of
tried,
me.
Daniel. I tried.
Don't you try, Daniel. That's dirty.
I was going to have him hold the sign up.
That's fighting dirty right there. I don't like it.
How about Edwin Prado, Boyd, Juju, Garrett Wilson, McKenzie? Pick one wide receiver and one flex in a full PPR. Based on what we know right now, it's Garrett Wilson and Juju. If Higgins sits, it becomes Garrett Wilson and Boyd for me. Trade Kamara and A.J. Brown for A.J. Brown and Brian Robinson? Probably not. I'm probably holding Kamara. I don't know, Kyle. The paint on the sign wasn't very visible.
Stop it, Mason. Don't encourage people. CJ, who dat? Half PPR start to Rondale Moore, Ayuk Pickens. I'm starting Deion Jackson over A.J. Dillon. I guess I'm starting Ayuk and Pickens.
Does the lawsuit scare us about Kamara? I've been scared of Kamara since the offseason.
It's been delayed again anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to affect this year, but that's why that wasn't the only reason this offseason that I wasn't overly high on him. It's just another thing you got to worry about.
THC 408, Stream 1, Jimmy G, Daniel Jones, or Trevor Lawrence. Jimmy
Trevor
G
Lawrence.
is probably the safest
I'm probably, yes, I agree that he's the safest, but I'm probably going Trevor Lawrence.
for upside.
Yep. He lit up Indianapolis the last time they played in week 2.
Light it up, light
All right,
it up.
5 more
up,
minutes,
up,
5 more minutes,
light
and
it
then we'll
up,
have streamed
I'm
for
on
3 hours.
fire.
Oh, wow. For 3 hours, we've been going.
Deb C with the 10 bomb. Deb, appreciate you. Thanks for the dono. Teenage, I'm not doing Madden tonight. I'm going to do. I'm Overwatch grinding because I'm trying to get to ranked play with the boys.
Trade away Juju for Bateman, probably not with Bateman's injury. Is Overwatch like what is that, like Apex? I don't know.
It's not a battle royale. It's like a team-based shooter. So you have a bunch of different heroes you can pick from, and they all have different abilities and different weapons, and you have to like set your team up correctly to be able to actually win matches.
Is there like a legend ability that I could be? Because that's what I feel like I would belong.
Like for you personally, or like
in the game, like I feel like I should have like every perk that there is, because I feel like that would be a good embodiment of what I am in real life. Do they have that option?
I don't know.
Because if they don't have that, then I'm not playing.
What do I stream on, Kyle? Right here on YouTube, Headliner Gaming. If you like gaming even a little bit, or if even you don't and you just like entertainment, it's one of the funnest streams out there. Subscribe to Headliner Gaming. Just type in Headliner Gaming.
Yes. Gordon or Deion Jackson for Tark?
All right, Fantasy Freak's gone. Get him out too. A lot of haters out there tonight.
A lot of people.
Y'all
pissed
gotta
off
love life a little bit more. Yeah, I'm over 30 and I game. Who gives a shit? It's fun.
Yeah.
I like to live life to the fullest. Who cares?
Hey Kyle, and you kind of get paid for it.
Oh, look at that. And I kind of get paid for it. Suck it, Fantasy Freak. You can't even spell freak right with a PH. Like a moron.
Paris Lark, appreciate you. The other question was from Tark, Gordon or Jackson before that. Thanks, fellas. I feel like Deion Jackson is going to be safer for you, but I feel like the potential upside could be higher for Gordon in a decent matchup going against LA that allows a crap ton of rushing points to opposing running backs. So honestly, if you want to play it safe, it's Jackson. A little bit more of a gamble would be Gordon. Daniel says, I have Ertz and Higbee. Should I flex a tight end over Jacoby Myers in a full PPR? Who are you flexing in a full PPR? Higbee or Jacoby Myers? Jacoby Myers? Are you listening to me?
Oh, you were asking me? Sorry, what?
Jacoby Myers or Higbee at a flex in a full PPR?
I'd probably go with Jacoby Myers. He's a little bit higher.
Yes.
Harv Danger. It's going to be Njoku, and I better see your butt over in Headliner Gaming tonight. Do not be a liar, because if you are, the next time I see you, I will ban you from the channel. Don't lie to me. Don't you do it.
That's right. You missed the haters because Anna's on top of it. We ain't got no time for people that want to hate over fantasy football. We're too mature over here for that.
Like, don't even hate on life.
Yeah. Nesquik, Trade Damian Pierce and Michael Thomas or Gabe Davis for Jamar Chase. So it would be Pierce and Michael Thomas for Jamar Chase. I have 5 running backs. If you have 5 running backs and 3 of them are studs like that, then yeah, I would make that trade and go after Jamar Chase. Haagen-Dazs, the ice cream. Ice cream. Flex Jeff Wilson or Isaiah McKenzie. That's going to be Jeff Wilson. And then Matthew Warman, trade Kamara and Breece Hall for Eckler. No, I would not do that 2 for 1. That's a lot to give up for Eckler. That's just giving up too much running back depth right there. Kamara and Breece Hall, you're giving up 2 starters for 1. So unless you are ginormously stacked, I don't think I could do that. Whew. How you feeling, Kyle? How's your voice?
I'm feeling good. I lost it there.
You did.
For a little bit.
What once was lost is now found, is what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Shout out to them Vols.
Big
upset.
win at Bama.
Dude, I saw it as I was getting all set up. I know they brought the goalpost down, but did they carry it like out of the stands? They were carrying it up the stairs when I was coming in here.
The goalposts?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I think. I mean, it was like a sea of orange, but I'm almost positive that it was walking uphill. But as we were getting ready to start. Paris Lark won Deion Jackson, Philip Lindsay, or Michael Carter. I'm probably going with Deion Jackson and crossing my fingers. If you maybe want a little bit safer option, Michael Carter's not bad.
Oscar said they threw it in a river.
Are you serious, Oscar?
Oh, man.
Did they? Can we confirm that they threw it in a river? I thought I saw him taking it up the stairs. How the hell do you get it out, Kyle?
That's just how long it's been since Tennessee's had a huge video or a huge win. At their stadium, they don't even have the goalposts that just go down anymore.
I had no idea. It's crazy. There's a video on Instagram. All right, well, we'll have to try to find it.
This is how, Jake, this is how much I'm in people's heads. So that Adam Johnson that we banned earlier created a new account, came back, and then said it again.
Oh, yeah, we're so far in their heads. Like living there rent-free.
Honestly, I can sell my house right now because there's so many heads I'm living rent-free in. I might as well just not have to make a house payment.
Yeah, exactly. Carlos Enriquez, PPR trade Jonathan Taylor and Njoku for Kelsey and Pollard. Probably, I mean, I love getting Kelsey, but I don't know if I'm trading technically Jonathan Taylor to get Tony Pollard right there. I mean, I that's too much of a loss at running back. Kevin Snell, full PPR, play 2. Dylan, Dobbs, Pollard, ETN, Deion Jackson. If I can only play 2, it's going to be ETN and Dobbs. Jose Luis Barajas, Jonathan Taylor for Kamara and Brandon Cooks.
I'm keeping Jay Taylor.
I'm probably keeping Taylor at that point, too. And then Kid Thunder, Drake London, or Alec Pierce in the full PPR. If full PPR, I'm going to go Alec Pierce.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been live for 3 hours and 9 minutes. We're getting ready to hop on out of here for the evening. I'm going to be live on Headliner Gaming at 11:30 p.m. in 20 minutes, grinding some Overwatch with the boys. Come hit the like button. For every 20-kill game I drop, I'll give a random $20 to somebody in the chat. I dropped 4 of them last night.
Well, all right then.
So come hang out with me.
Perfect.
Headliner Gaming, it's pinned right there at the top. Just click on it, hit the subscribe button. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers. Almost to 2,000 subscribers. Can we get there?
Do I have a chance to win?
No.
Damn.
David Dennison, trade opinion. Sent JT and Dotson for A.J. Brown, Breece Hall. I'll take A.J. Brown and Breece Hall. That's a pretty big upgrade from Dotson to A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Also traded Deontay Johnson and Eno Benjamin for St. Brown. Wow. You won that one. And then flex start Boyd, ETN, or Robinson. And a full PPR. Are we doing ETN over James Robinson?
Probably, yes. And then, honestly, I think ETN would be safer. Higher upside could be Boyd if Higgins sits.
And then Real One, 82, grade the lineup in a full PPR. Josh Allen, A+. A.J. Dillon and Zeke brings it down to a B. Mike Williams and Marquise Brown, B+.
Still a B, yeah.
And Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah.
Tight end Everett. Flex Mike Boone. Flex 2 Alec Pierce. We're like sitting at a C- right now. Real One.
We're like B-, C+ area. I'm worried about the running backs being Dylan and Zeke at most.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a tough week. Hopefully, you're probably just dealing with bye weeks and stuff because Dylan and Zeke are struggling right now.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the Fantasy Headliners this evening. Thanks so much for coming and hanging out with us once again. You are beautiful, beautiful people. I'll be live on Headliner Gaming in 19 minutes. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Come hang out with me over there. If you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button and stick around. For you members, I'll be live at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning to take y'all right up to kickoff. So make sure y'all get ready for that live stream. But for now, Jake and I, we're going to get out of here. We're going to enjoy the rest of the evening as well as you all should too. Peace out. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you all on the next episode of the Fantasy Headliners. Later, everybody.
The game on the line, you can't fold and you can't bend. Y'all be playing it safe and I be going for the win. Remember back